Coming to you from the award-winning Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge, PCA's 2024 Best of Leaf Midwest Cigar Bar, Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge, it's the Final Third Podcast.
Welcome back to a Final Third Podcast, guys. I'm Rob.
I'm Alan.
I'm Scott.
And the A-team's in full effect today.
That's
looks
right.
like. Yeah.
That's right.
The other
We got
ones are out
all three
running
number ones
around
here.
doing fun
Yes.
things, whatever. So
Yes.
we'll talk about all that. But today we are going to start off with the new Whiskey Acres cigar blend. We've heard a lot about different cigar blends out there. Some we like, some we don't. But this one is a bourbon whiskey finished in PX sherry, Calvados, is that how you pronounce it? Calvados casks, and Pinot de Chiron casks. So they're going with the, still sticking with a little bit of that PX sherry, but they're going with some wine casks too. So it's kind of interesting to try this one compared to the Joseph Magnus cigar blend. And we still have a little bit of that Penelope you guys can try.
Sorry, I was just checking our audio there, making sure we're actually working. Because
Are we working?
We're totally good. I
Good.
just wanted to double check because we have none of our regular staff here.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, normally we got both are here taking care of all the
Yeah,
the
both are in
technicals
Heine, usually can
and
take care of it.
Heine's the backup to that.
Well, and today we're also going to be smoking the new, or not new, but the 10th anniversary champagne Maduro from Perdomo. This has got the Nicaraguan Maduro binder, or I'm sorry, wrapper with Nicaraguan binder and fillers. And we're
When it
smoking the
says
Churchill
champagne,
today.
I don't know. I kind of I like champagne in the name.
Yeah.
It makes me a little excited. It's celebratory, right? And
Yeah.
you said this is like a 10th anniversary?
Yeah,
So this is
they had
like-
the 10th anniversary line created. So
Yeah.
it started off with the Champagne, Connecticut.
Okay.
And then they went with the Maduro, and I believe the other one's sun grown.
It's a nice looking cigar as
it's
far as
It is.
friggin' huge.
this
Yeah.
is Churchill. It's a very nice looking.
Well, that's the thing is I almost grabbed as a Toro, but then I was looking at the Toros, and they're like, theirs are always a little bit bigger ring gauge. I'm like, well, this is a little smaller ring gauge. It'll probably smoke about the same distance.
Okay.
so
I
we'll
like
see.
that. Yeah. I'd actually prefer a slightly smaller ring gauge.
I do too.
So, I know
I
we
do
got
too.
lots of folks out there, fans and so on, that are fans of the bigger ring gauges, but I am
Yeah,
not.
yeah, that's the way I am too.
Okay, I like there's a fruit note immediate on the cold draw, which I like, kind of a bright grassy part to it.
Yeah, it's like a sweet fig.
Yeah, that's a good call out.
I still wonder, like I said, a novice like me that's, when you guys call it out, then like I can actually taste
get
as
it, you
well.
taste
I
it,
can taste
yep.
it as
It's
well.
not only a sweet fig; it's also the fig Newton cookie around it. If you take a deep
Oh
cold draw,
yeah, dude, that's exactly like a fig Newton.
that's the whole thing's
Like
a fig Newton.
it's a fig Newton.
Yep.
That's the cold draw.
So we're gonna have a whole sleeve of these today.
Now I want fig Newtons.
I know.
No, I'm only gonna have two or three.
two, yeah.
I
and
wish I
then a
would have
whole
taken this
sleeve.
one and did a big cold draw before this. I would have got us some fig Newton to pair with it.
No kidding, man. Yeah, I think it would have worked.
Do they still have Fig Newtons?
Yeah, I
They
think
do.
so.
Yeah,
It's been
it's been a long
been a
time.
minute.
Yeah.
But we had that was like our snack, I guess, when growing
Treat.
up was
Yeah,
treat was
yeah.
Fig Newtons.
Well, yeah, because they wasn't cookies, right? It's like it's fruit, so it's
Yeah,
gotta be good
it's
for
healthy.
you. Yeah, it's processed
It's like
all the
Pop
shit.
Tarts.
but-
Pop Tarts are healthy because they have almost fruit inside of them. This I love the smell of this whiskey. The PX sherry really shines nice in the nose. And I don't know much about the other two wine casks they're using in there, but this, I mean, I can definitely taste a wine kind of sweetness in there, but I don't know which one it is because I have no idea.
I kind of feel like this might be a really good pairing, just based on the nose.
I'm thinking so, too.
And you didn't
I
try this.
haven't lit it yet, so I'm kind of excited
okay.
about
Well,
it.
I've taken my first puff, and as soon as I brought it up to my nose, I was like, ooh, it really brought out some of those sherry and some of the wine
Yeah.
notes
You could
a lot.
Yes.
And you can definitely taste a lot of, you can taste a lot of wood in this too, which Not not like tannic, but I can taste the wood for sure.
This is a different. I don't. It's a different taste to me and stuff than
The whiskey?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the whiskey than the stuff that I'm used to drinking.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and this one's coming in at 105 proof. A little bit small text, but yeah, 105 proof.
Okay,
This is their cask finish series that they do.
we've talked about this. Every Whiskey Acres has a grain forward note, which is really, really nice. Like
Yep.
we like that. It's not young. It's meant to really highlight the fact that they do a local grain to spirit.
Yes.
Right? All their
Yep.
grains are local in their area, and they highlight that.
Yep.
This cigar with it actually tames that note just a little bit.
Okay.
So for people who don't necessarily love the grain forward note, this is, you could do this particular whiskey with this cigar, and I think it's totally working and kind of mellowing out a couple things, which is nice. It's going really, really well together.
Good, good. Yeah, the initial light up retrohale is, I mean, it's spicy, but it's not like over spicy.
Nah,
this is
nah.
a solid medium cigar. It's not going to be a super strong cigar like a lot of Maduros can be.
Yep.
But I get almost like I still get the fig. I still get that fig in the, but it's almost like fig with a little bit of dark chocolate.
I very much agree. Yeah.
Let's say that. Yes.
Yeah, I do find there to be a slight kind of light woody note.
That retrohale had a lot of spice to it. Dang, water's. First of the day, man. It's always the best retrohales.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to do that. I've done it on accident, and I cried for an hour.
So that could be good podcast material. Let's
Yeah,
show you
let's
how.
go ahead. Show us how you try there, Alan.
You're gonna see me cry for
I
an
don't, know,
hour.
I don't know when I'm crying for an hour. Maybe we should wait
No.
towards the end of the show.
I mean,
Well-
I just had a cigar in my mouth, and I was doing something with my hands, and then, as like I said, so it's just one thing. Next thing you know, smoke was coming out my nose, and oh my gosh.
My sinuses are on fire.
He said,
So
doing something with my hands and all. And we got NASCAR on because the Brickyard's today, and all I can think is Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands.
yeah. Well, just so everybody knows, our three that are missing today, we got, Heine. He's at the Brickyard today, so Brickyard's getting ready to start here in about an hour. Breeden is on his way to DC.
He was
And
supposed
then
to be there yesterday, and
He
his flight
was,
got canceled.
yeah. So he's out heading out there for work, and then the Bothers are They were heading up to Cleveland to pick up a dog, drop it off in Lexington, and they'll be back. So,
Obviously, their involvement with Spencer Lee's and
yep,
and
they're
big.
heavily involved with dog rescues for the
Yep.
healers.
Yep.
They were supposed to go to Rhode Island,
Yes.
I think last weekend.
Well,
It
Mike was a
yeah,
little disappointed
but,
because he really wanted to go back because that's his home stomping grounds. and
Yeah,
stuff that way.
yeah.
So,
Which explains a lot about Mike.
I would have never guessed a Rhode Island guy. Like, not at all.
No?
No.
I think it's actually Vermont.
so what's the difference? His is Vermont.
Yeah, yeah.
But what's the difference between Vermont, and, say, like New Hampshire, and the
Nothing.
attitude? Nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, those states are tiny.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
there's-
I know. I was just trying to see if there's any
They
difference.
should just call
because-
it New England. There shouldn't be a
It should all be New
Massachusetts,
England, yeah.
Vermont, Rhode Island. No, there shouldn't be any of that. It should just be the state of New England.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
back in,
And
yeah.
it's still quicker to get across than the state of Texas.
Oh, gosh.
Sure. Yeah.
So back in my old career, I rode with the rep up in the Northeast there, and we literally were in 3 states for his territory that day.
Yeah.
And stuff covering
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that area, and it
Yeah.
just seemed like you were just going down the street.
Now you still do have a lot of traffic to try and get around,
Yes.
right? To make your way. I mean, getting through Boston's a hot mess.
Boston's all one-way streets.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
So, when you're doing these together, after the cigar and taking a drink, I'm getting a I can't pick, it's got to be the wine cast. The only thing I can think of. I'm getting kind of that slightly drying effect you get with certain wines. It's not like a super dry cab or anything, but more like a white wine or something. Maybe that's that Pinot de Chiron. I don't know.
I think that's more from the cigar.
You think so? Okay, it could be.
Yeah, because
Could be.
I puffed and then had a drink,
And it's not there.
and but I mean, I had a few puffs, and it was kind of having a bit of a drying effect on my mouth.
Yeah. Actually, when I go to the drink afterwards,
It's
the
not
sweetness
nearly,
comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Now,
I
the
like
one thing
that.
about it is that there's sweetness here, but it's not like over sweet. It's just got enough sweetness where the spice levels and everything kind of get tamed down a little bit.
This is definitely a white pepper to me, not
Okay.
black. You know,
On
maybe
the-
on the and even on the retro.
Retro, okay.
But it's the spiciest white pepper. But the flavor is definitely white pepper to me, not black.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, which is kind of cool because I don't know that I've ever had a white pepper that was really aggressive.
No, but it's a strong.
It
on the
is.
retro hell. It's slightly making my eyes water. and
Yeah,
that doesn't
yeah.
happen
Well,
very
you
often,
just
so.
retroed like all of it.
I did. Yes.
Yeah, I
yes.
retro and it's like a tiny little bit, like just what I need. Yeah, you and Breeden both tend to
You want
retro.
the
like,
Kick the whole thing out.
yeah, they're just
Yeah.
like, I look like a dragon. Yeah, yeah.
It's good. Again, from a novice perspective, I mean, like I said, I like this. It's more mild to me.
yeah,
And
It
then
is.
yeah.
then,
It's definitely just a regular
Well,
straight medium.
And that's the thing. I think if you're smoking this like you are without retrohaling it, it's probably coming across a little bit milder, probably a little bit more muted notes. You're not getting like the strong, like we're getting the white pepper, and you're not getting probably
Yeah.
a really strong fig, but you're getting the flavors of it probably.
It's
now.
a very, like I say, it's very flavorful.
Yeah.
But it's not as, I would say, like bold in some of these cigars. It's like,
Yeah.
for me, like the McAuliffe, like red and black and stuff, you can, it's like meatier.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this I'm right now because it's such a long cigar. It's a slightly tighter draw.
See, mine's actually wide open.
I was gonna say yours does seem wide. I don't know. Maybe I didn't cut mine enough,
Huh.
but
See, Perdomos usually are pretty good, but hopefully that one opens up for you.
I'm sure it will. It's
Okay.
not like overly tight. It's just slightly tight.
Okay.
You're smoking it the wrong way.
Oh, damn it. Hey, Heine. Good to see that you're on, buddy. Hope you're having fun out at the track.
No doubt. No doubt.
Stage right. Was it supposed to rain?
There is some
There's
chances. of rain.
yeah. I don't know. I think last time I looked, it was like the biggest chance was later tonight after the races are all done. But like yesterday happened, man. I mean, we had pop-ups that were like 4 inches in half an hour pop
Oh,
up.
dude, that was crazy.
It was
yesterday.
brutal, man.
Yeah.
We got to get past this rain. These towns are having a really hard time with it, especially down in southern Indiana, man. In Kentucky, they've been getting hammered
Yeah,
with
but
rain this year.
you know who loves it? The farmers.
Yeah.
'Cause
At
the-
some point, they want it
They
to
do
stop.
want it to dry out, but right now that corn is nuts.
Oh, it's-
And sorry for
so
all you that are not in the Midwest and watching
Yeah.
us from afar, but corn's a legit thing here, and we talk about it, and it's like 11 feet tall next
Yeah.
to my house.
And I'll tell you, man, the sweet corn this year has been awesome.
It's been really good.
It's been really
Lots
good.
of good
It's
sweet
really
corn.
good.
Yeah, we had that boil last week for Heine's birthday
Mm-hmm.
after the show. Man.
I know. I'm
And,
doing the same thing. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I know why. Hey, Chloe. Can you make sure the fans are turned on?
Oh, the
Can you
smoke
make sure the
eaters?
fans are on? The fans.
The fans? Can you make sure
Exhaust
that
fans?
they're turned on? And
I don't
up?
think we ever turned the fans on. Hasn't happened in a very long time.
Yeah.
Used to happen almost every other
I was
show.
gonna say there is a bit of a haze in the air
Yeah.
right now.
I was like, this should not be this way with this few people smoking.
Yeah. There's only like 7 of us in here. So
You were out of your routine this morning.
anyway, we
Yeah.
had to boil
Yeah.
last week, and Jen had brought that sweet corn, and I think she gets it over at the Noblesville maybe or Fisher's Farmers Market.
She said
Yeah.
Noblesville, I believe.
Thanks, babe.
Noblesville.
Is that her like father-in-law, or is that her like?
I don't think it's family or anything.
No.
Was it?
No.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was
No.
like family.
That's the
Hey,
thing.
whoa! What
Yeah.
the hell?
Now it's starting to pull it up.
Now
gosh.
it's moving.
So that's the thing up in Indiana. If you're not from around here, it's kind of wild because you can literally be just driving down any road. There's cornfields. You'll pop up on a farm and they'll have a stand out front.
Yep.
So, dozen corn for $6 or whatever. Just go up there, get it, put your money in, and go. Half the
Anything
time
you
there's
can
nobody there.
grow, they will have a stand, like flowers, vegetables, not weed because it's Indiana.
Right.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think that's legal even in the states that have
I
it
don't
legal.
know. I mean, do you think they're going to arrest anybody?
Weed
Just put your
stands.
weed stand out there, Just, like weigh your own weed.
Now here you might get dandelions and all
Oh
kinds
yeah,
of
I
good
mean,
stuff.
you'll get all kinds of
All
greens.
kinds of good
and
weed
yeah,
here.
there's just,
Do
yeah,
you think you
there's-
could have an honor system though?
I mean, honestly, most of the farms do have an honor system, and honestly, I don't hear a lot of people doing it wrong. I mean,
I
know
hope
there's
not.
a couple of there's this this German Baptist family that had always had a big flower stand outside of Pendleton. Stop by there and grab flowers every once in a while. Yeah, out there off of 38, off of 38, and I mean, it's great. And you know what? I never saw the lady out there. She's always putting them out there and always has fresh flowers.
Alan, here's why you thought there was a relation, because the brand is My Dad's Sweet Corn
Okay, that's
from Fisher's.
so when she was saying my dad,
Yeah, she
I was
wasn't-
thinking my dad.
Dad, right, right.
Yeah.
No, it was actually just My Dad's Sweet Corn, like
Yep.
the brand. But that's pretty good. I like that. That's kind of a clever name, you know, calling it My Dad's.
Yep,
Like, oh, where'd you get this sweet corn? It's my dad's.
it's my dad's.
Okay.
That's
It's-
actually that's a good marketing.
That
gimmick.
is
Yeah.
a good market thing. My dad's sweet corn.
Yep. So what else is going on?
Man.
I mean, we all talked. We've all seen it. Alan's not seen the end yet. Happy Gilmore 2 came out
Happy
Friday.
Gilmore 2 came out. And we're not going to do spoilers.
We won't, but-
talk about specific
Oh,
like plot
my
clues
gosh.
or anything. But, you know, the opening is just one of those like, what? Like, it just kind of, and then you think like the opening of the first Happy Gilmore, and it's
Yeah.
hilarious because they mimicked it perfectly.
There's a lot of
right?
similarities, but the story was a little different.
It is.
Which
It
is
is a little
cool.
different, and I love. Like my favorite thing was all the throwbacks
Yep.
to the first Happy Gilmore, all of the little kind of Easter eggs that are in it relating to other, you know, Adam Sandler movies, and then all the cameos.
Yes.
Like the cameos are just
Tons.
and you know that all of those golfers grew up watching Happy
Yes, they
Gilmore.
did.
Like that
Yeah.
was a movie that they absolutely
and even
loved.
the current golfers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're all what 35 now, 30.
Oh
35?
yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So that movie would have come out like right at the time,
When
you
they were
know,
kids.
when they were kids.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was fantastic.
too.
There's been all kinds of interviews on like Facebook, just little clippets of videos, and like the PGA Tour even put out something like that had all the golfers that
Yep.
are like the top 10 trying to do the Happy Gilmore swing and seeing how that went.
I think the big thing is, you know, don't listen to some of the reviews out there. I mean, like you have some good, you have some bad. Like the people who's reviewing a movie of an Adam Sandler movie that gives it a bad review. Again, I think they're like, oh, they're English patient.
They don't
you know?
like
they,
him.
Like
Right,
It's
yeah,
one of those
they're-
movies
yes.
that it's stupid, it's funny, it's a Sunday afternoon.
It's an Adam Sandler
10
movie.
years
What
down
do you
the line,
expect?
and it's on, and you're just gonna plop on the, couch and watch.
The bottom
That's
line is,
the kind
if
of
you
movie it
like the
is.
first Happy Gilmore, you will absolutely love this one.
Yes, I agree.
It's as good, if not better.
I 100%.
I think in a lot of ways it's better, personally.
I think it's
But the one thing I did like, you mentioned the comment about they did a lot of flashbacks, and they did, but they were short and sweet and quick. They
Yes.
weren't the Mission Impossible movie where half the movie was flashbacks.
right,
It's
exactly.
like, it was like
just
little
real quick,
snippets and
yeah.
little like callbacks.
Most
to
of it was just like, and most of the throwbacks weren't even like flashbacks. They were just kind of throwbacks
Yeah.
in context.
In-
you know?
yes,
Yeah.
exactly, yes.
Yeah, and same thing with like the other Adam Sandler movies. You know how he always does that. He always mixes in funny little bit pieces
Yep.
that he did in some other movie into his current project.
Well, I know this isn't really a spoiler, but somebody that maybe hasn't paid attention didn't know it. But John Daly's in this,
Yes.
and John Daly.
He's
I
fantastic.
looked it up because when
And
I
he's
first
not
saw
acting.
when I no, he's not. He's exactly him. And the funny thing, I was looking it up because I was trying to figure out when I first saw the first flash by, I didn't really see his face. I'm like, they're making him look like John Daly, and I looked up the cast. I'm like, no, that's John
That's
Daly.
actually John Daly.
And it says in the casting, it says John Daly playing someone similar to himself as a hermit living in Happy's garage. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so funny.
Yeah,
And then when he
yeah.
goes off to the tour that one time, and that'll be the last one I'll do, but he goes off the tour and he's like, all right, kids, I love you. Make sure you feed John Daly 3 times a day.
And I'm not going to try to spoil it and stuff. One part I was thinking about it, cracked me up was, you know, the kids were cheering and stuff, and John Daly's there with the cuckoo clock, trying to get the last drop.
Oh
of,
yeah, trying to get the last drop of booze.
Drinking
I love it.
sanitizer.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is spilling a plot point or not. I don't think it is.
You gotta see it regardless,
Yeah, I
so.
mean you have to, and it doesn't. It's really funny because they used Zalatoris, who's a PGA player.
Yep.
And they said that he was the first caddy that Happy had. right? You remember that little blonde
yes,
kid?
yes.
Yeah.
which obviously is, I mean,
It's not
it was
him, but
not
it looks
him
like
actually. Yeah, but it looks a lot like him. He's like, oh, I'm not caddying for you today. I'm actually playing against you.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's fantastic. I love that.
And there's certain things. I mean, you have to know a little bit about golf to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, kind of.
just look up Scotty Scheffler and what happened to
yes.
him on tour, his arrest, and you'll totally understand the end of the movie if you
yes,
watch that.
that's a good call out. That was a little bit of a pop culture thing that happened with
so
him.
funny. It was so funny how he took it as he did. It was so great.
Yeah.
And if you don't know golf, real golf, he is the most dominant player right now.
Right now,
in
yeah.
Oh,
golf.
it's not even
It's
close.
not even close.
I mean,
I mean,
he
they
won.
had-
He
they had
won
a
the
lot.
Open by what, like 4 strokes?
yeah, and
5?
he's having the 2009 kind of like the Tiger Woods 2009, where he just wins everything.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to watch it. It's right now. It didn't go out to theaters. It went straight to Netflix. Honestly, I think that would have crushed the theaters.
I
That
think
would
it
have been
would've.
amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't do it, but they didn't, and good
Because
for us,
Netflix
I guess. Yeah.
has a contract with
With
But
Happy
with
Madison.
with Happy Madison.
And I won't
Yeah.
go through the whole thing here, but do you think? And I'm pretty sure I agree. Do you think that they were going after Live Golf?
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
Okay.
It
That's
was
what I
all,
thought.
That's the whole dynamic was between the whole live golf and PGA thing.
I was like,
But
oh
here's
my
the
gosh,
funny
that's
thing
so
about
great.
it is, you think about some of the golfers. Kepka is in Live, DeChambeau's in Live,
Correct.
but they're playing, like I
Both.
said, they're playing both.
Yeah.
So, but it is like when
Well,
I first
they
originally-
announced that they were merging. Like, and then it was
Oh.
like, oh no, they're not. Oh yes, they are. Yeah. So this whole thing is kind of up in the air right now. I'm still not going to go to live golf events. Sorry,
they got one coming here in a month.
and I'm not going to go.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
I will share my thoughts in the only members segment.
Yeah.
Sorry to all of our regular fans, but I don't want to piss anybody off. So,
Yeah.
and we try not to talk too aggressively about any politics or anything.
Correct.
So
Right.
For those that know, it's Live Golf is it's not from the United States, and they're using a lot of money to try and push against the PGA. But I thought it was good. I thought it was a relevant point
Yeah.
in the new movie.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, just like the one scene where I think John Daly's on the couch. I think it was John Daly. Yeah, he was sitting with, and the guy next to him. There was a commercial, and there was a girl coming on there. She's in a bikini. He's like, oh man,
We don't
she's
objectify
hot.
women
We don't
anymore."
objectify women anymore. He's like, oh. There's a
she-
lot
yeah.
of little things like that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
honestly, it was. They cut out all the f bombs and stuff that Happy would
Right,
say, all
right.
the stuff he would do. So they kind of cut a lot of that. But it was not because they couldn't do it. It was because they were making fun of this generation of, oh my gosh, they
Oh,
said
yeah,
that. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. It's like,
Well, you remember they did it in the first Happy Gilmore because
On
he's
TV
doing
they
it, but
did.
it's on TV and they're
Yeah.
bleeping it. It's in the background.
yeah.
They're like I said, here they go right up to the word, and they go to another scene.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love it because you're like paying attention. I watched Happy Gilmore like the day before watching Happy Gilmore 2, and I just love that scene when the director of the tour is talking to Victoria,
Yeah.
and he's talking about kicking Happy off the tour, and there's a pause in the conversation, and you hear in the background, "Piece of monkey shit." I mean, how do you time that? It's so good.
Yeah. Regardless, go watch it. It's absolutely hilarious. And we'll talk about something else coming up in the only members time too. You can come watch it maybe at some point with a group of
Yeah,
us.
yeah. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cigar is burning quite nicely.
It really is.
It doesn't. I mean,
I did talk a little too long and it went out on me.
oops.
Just a little bit. I mean, I just wanted to relight it so I wasn't over puffing on it, but it still tastes great.
So far,
It
so
does.
good for me.
This
Yep.
is one
Draw's
of
good.
you guys know
Burns good.
JC Young real well. He's one of our buddies on here. This is one of his go-to cigars.
Oh, okay.
So,
Gotcha.
He was one of the driving forces of getting him in here. We'll see.
Well,
how
yeah,
they
you
sell.
didn't have Perdomo in here for a long time.
Not a lot. We had a couple.
Yeah.
We've had the lot 23 and the bourbon barrel aged Habano. Now we've got those two still. We've got the 4 sizes of the 10th anniversary Maduro. We've got the sun grown 20th anniversary.
That's the one that I like.
I do too. That's my favorite of the ones we got, the new ones.
Yeah, I think out of all the Perdomos,
Except for this
that's-
one.
Oh,
This little guy here might be my favorite that we got in.
Oh,
That's the little African Cameroon over Nicaraguan binder and filler.
Ooh,
It's a
okay.
limited edition release that they did, and I was able to get a few of those. So
I do like African Cameroon.
I do too. I like Honduran Cameroon better because it's a hardier leaf. I like the difference in the two Cameroons. You know, the one you get out of Africa is a little bit more earthy. You know, it leans towards the earthy side, where the Cameroon from Honduras leans. It's a balance of the earth and the sweetness. So,
So I've had this weird thing.
sorry, my voice sounds like it's scratchy. Is it
You're
sound
all
bad
right.
to you guys? Okay.
Yeah, you're okay. I've had this weird thing kind of going on with my cigars at home. You know, during the winter, the humidity level's way, way down. And I struggle to even keep, like, my humidor will stay about 55.
Which is fine.
Yeah, it doesn't. And my cigars all smoke great.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem. But during the summer, any Connecticut's or anything that's got a lighter leaf, when the humidity goes up,
It starts
they start
swelling.
breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they start
Yeah.
breaking on me. I'll get, like, when I go to cut it, I get more of
What do you
the
keep your
caps that
humidity
are-
at during the summer?
It's a 65. I don't know that I can
shit, that's
control
great.
much.
65. That's what I keep mine at year round at home.
Yeah.
Is around 64, 65.
I mean, mine floats, but God bless Doc and his affinity for humidity. But
Affinity. That's what the name of the
Affinity
podcast when we had him on.
when he had him on, the
Affinity for humidity.
Yeah, note that, Mike. But I'm like, if my cigars are smoking well, I don't really care. Mm-hmm. Like the humidity is just a number.
Well, and that's the
right?
thing too. Different cigars like different kind of humidity.
Yes.
There's a reason why my Padrones are towards that end, because Padrones like to be a little lower on the humidity.
Okay.
If you do a 72% humidity, Padrones don't smoke as well. So that end of the humidors, you're closer to that 64, 65, where down here might be closer to 67.
Which obviously most people are not going to have a walk-in humidor
No,
at their house,
no.
so you don't have those variabilities. I
But
mean,
if you have a brand that you like the most, you should cater it to the cigar that you want the most, or you need to have separate humidors for different
that's a
cigars.
really, really great point.
Yeah, because if you're only a Connecticut smoker, nail it down to where you want your Connecticut's to be smoked. If you're only a Padron smoker, you know what? Dial it down even more. So and then some Maduros just like to be a little bit on the wetter side because they stay ignited better. So it just depends.
So is it like wood, where when cold it contracts and then when it gets warmer it expands? Is
Yeah,
that
I mean
what
that's
you think
that's
they
just
similar
physics.
cigar.
That's
Just it's like a sponge. It
But
pulls
I
more
think
humidity in.
what Rob is saying, like with my issue of having caps that crack when I cut them, is the cigars swell because they're getting more water content,
Yeah.
right? So if they dry out some, and they're contracting not because of temperature, because they're inside my house. My house is never more than 3 degrees from high to low, right? 69 to 72, depending
Yeah.
on how cold Janelle is.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. She's like, it's too damn cold in here. And she goes over and bumps up the thermostat. And
Mm-hmm.
then I get on my phone and change it right back. But she, those cigars will contract as they dry out a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. And the leaf will actually tighten up. And then when it's swelling, I mean, you've got all this filler tobacco, right? And it could actually outswell the wrapper.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
or
'cause
at
if
least the cap.
if it-
it pushes on the cap.
And vice
some.
versa, the other way too. If it's too dry, then sometimes they'll actually shrink up on you.
Yeah.
And then when you light them and you start puffing on them, you start pulling a little bit of humidity and everything in there, and the heat builds. It starts stretching the cigar a little bit, and then you start getting cracks.
And I'll see that happen where I'll blow one out, and
Yeah.
that sucks. But
It does. I mean, there's ways. If you ever get a crack down towards the end, you cauterize the cut towards the end you're smoking. Just cauterize it there. Just kind of hit it with the lighter, and then it'll usually stop the cut from going up the band further.
Gotcha.
That just kind of helps you. So, and then just smoke it through until it gets past it, and you're fine.
Yeah. Hey, Chloe. I think you got some.
Oh,
I have a quick question to ask you. So my brother-in-law and sister stopped in earlier today. They saw me getting out of the truck, and he had a quick question to ask. So he's in their house. They're remodeling their house, and he wants to put it like in a little cigar room there. And he's a beginner, and so he was saying, what are some recommendations you guys would recommend for something that's more mild to medium, and maybe have a little flavor to like a cherry or vanilla flavor? What would you guys
I mean,
recommend?
he can't go wrong with any of the Deadwood line.
The Deadwood. Okay.
Deadwood
Yeah,
line.
they're going to be infused with flavor.
Yeah, they're. I mean, cherry. You know, maple. Like the new Dominicana, people are going nuts over. It's a kind of a maple, maple molasses kind of tip on it, and it's just kind of that nice sweetness over a nice mild Connecticut cigar.
Okay.
Just depends. We also have some vanilla ones in there, but then also the cherry. If you're talking about specifically like cherry pipe tobacco kind of things, that's where the Deadwood original line comes in.
Yeah.
So
Because it's weird because
if he's wanting flavored,
Yes, I used to when I first started smoking cigars. I tend to go towards more the flavored ones, and then now like I can't do it anymore.
No, I can't
I-
either.
I can't-
The sugar content,
Yes,
like
I
just
can't
it's-
do it anymore, and
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. Just my tastes have changed since obviously coming here a lot and get to know you guys, and I was more of a mild, sweet, mild to now.
well, it's
Yeah.
natural. It's like anything. You start building a tolerance up to something milder, and you want to kick it up more, and you just keep going. Then you find your profile of what you really, really like, and then it's hard to
Yeah.
kind of go back to some of your first ones.
I will say that, I've always been kind of I ramped up pretty fast into a more aggressive cigar. But I don't mind coming back. Like I'm finding more and more that I enjoy some of the differences, some of the subtleties. I think I was already headed that way, but definitely the new Aladino,
Yeah.
the 85th,
Yes.
Yeah.
that one kind of really clued me in that, sometimes I do want to go for some of those more subtle, less
Yep.
aggressive, where you're getting little hints of things and you're able to kind
Yeah.
of dissect it a little bit more.
We talked about this last week, where some days you went kind of smoking just straight, like more mild. You kind of said you want to kind of reset your palate. And
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that. I'll come in and I'll just have more than mild Connecticut ones.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
very mild one, it just
Well, I'm really happy. I've already learned something today.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a great call out on
more you know.
the humidor. Find the cigars that are most important to you and tune your humidor to that, because then at least you're not disappointed if a different one fails on you.
Now I will say, you're not tuning it from like 55 to 75 and
No,
figuring out
no.
it's minuscule. I mean, you're talking like I said, Padrone's like 62 or 60 to 65. If I had the whole humidor at 60, it wouldn't be good for the whole humidor. But I mean, it would be this time of year, but not for the winter for sure.
Right.
Cracking everything. But if I do 65, it's totally fine there.
Yeah.
But the other cigars will be totally fine at 65 too. So it just depends on what you want. But yeah, but don't get scared and say, oh my gosh, I need to tune this to my cigar every time.
No. A couple degrees, just
Just a
if you
little
know
bit.
that you see something off a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
Just
couple
pay
degrees
attention to
here
when
and
you're
there.
smoking
Yeah.
them. Because
Yeah.
if you're finding that you can't keep the things lit, lower your humidity.
Are we ready for another?
Yeah, whenever you guys are
whiskey?
ready. Yep.
So I will say real quick, last comment on this. This is the third time I've had this. It's better every time I've had it. Like it's hit my palate better every single time.
let me ask you this: the last drink I had, I brought up to my nose. I smelled caramel.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't crazy.
No, not at all. Nope. I think I'm trying to remember. I think was it. No, it was we had a 10-year from Old Hamer yesterday that I thought was like brulee sugar.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if that was this one. It was that Hamer that we tried.
Which it was good.
It was good. So what are we sipping on next, Rob?
Well, since we just did the cigar batch, let's go ahead and do the Joseph Magnus again.
Okay, and this is also the cigar batch.
Yeah,
right?
this is their cigar blend. So this one is their straight bourbon whiskey finished in Armagnac, sherry, and cognac casks, coming in at 110 proof.
And again, both of these are cigar batches, not Amberana finished.
Exactly. Yes.
You don't have to have Amberana to have a cigar batch.
Actually, I'll go one step further. Just
You
don't
shouldn't
use
Amberana.
Amberana.
Just don't make an Amberana bourbon, okay? They
I know.
suck.
I know the people that like them get probably irritated that I say that all the time, and again, this is our judgment, not yours.
Correct. If you love it,
If you like
I'm happy
Amberana,
for
then
you.
good for you because all the Amberana
Don't put that on.
releases are coming down in price because there's too much of them right now.
So
I love
let's okay, first of all, let's talk about this, then let's come back and talk about price.
Let's make a deal. See this one, this release. So this is the latest release of this. They do this every year. This one comes across to me, leans definitely into the sherry a little bit more than some of the other ones, more cognac or Armagnac. But the cognac Armagnac kind of finish still comes through on the taste. So kind of excited to see what you think.
I actually think that there is a hint of mildly aged tobacco on the nose.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
tasted something toasted.
I think I got that in the other one too.
I knew you
The
got it on the.
tobacco,
I
yeah.
thought you got it on the palate.
I did.
Yeah. This
not on
I
the
got
nose. Yeah.
this on the nose. Like
I get
there's,
that on the palate too, though. On this,
there's almost a
bit.
little bit of. I just walked into the humidor. You know, kind of that cedary. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, and on the tongue, as it sits on the tongue, I feel like that's where that Armagnac and cognac kind of come through. It starts getting away from the sherry on the tongue.
Totally.
And it gets into the Armagnac. So
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely
Good
got a
release.
nice. I think it's got a cognac finish to it.
yeah. It does have an Armagnac too, which the Armagnac is very subtle in this one. Cognac's more on the palate, and the sherry's on the beginning of the palate.
Yep.
I would say again, as a novice, it tastes stronger to me than the previous one. Like,
It's 5 points higher.
yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, which is weird for me. But I can taste it; it's a little stronger.
But I feel like Whiskey Acres does a good job of not tasting to its proof.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. This one is a little more like, yeah, I'm letting you know I'm here,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. It's a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, I would have never guessed what the bottle that I bought off Will a couple weeks ago. Stuff the
Holiday. Oh my gosh, that was good.
It was so good, and I didn't know it was 123 proof until I tried to get out of my chair.
No.
And then I was stumbling, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
the,
What happened?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already been told that Alan has to stay for a little while this afternoon
Yep.
because he didn't quite drink as much as we do.
Right. That's what I heard as well yesterday.
Well, hey, after next week, I probably be drinking just probably more than you guys next
Well,
week.
Dude, totally pumped up the fig.
Oh yeah.
Huge. Like huge.
Yes,
Yeah, the fig is just wow.
I might start
Oh,
chewing
it
this
does.
I think it's
cigar.
like I know, right? This is kind of what I like. You see some of the smokers that they just chew and chew on the end of their
well,
cigar.
that's a
and-
good point to make too, because you'll hear that sometimes the Kentucky chew when you're drinking whiskey, chew and you're not chewing the whiskey, you're not chewing the smoke. What you're doing is you're engaging those kind of senses again, and it's almost like you're trying to eat, and you're like, oh, it's engaging your flavor buds.
Yes.
And it's like, get those tasting notes, and it helps you figure out what you're actually tasting, because it makes your brain thinking, oh, I'm eating something. What do I taste?
Yep.
I
Yep.
thoroughly enjoy the cigar.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
actually.
for me, I like it a lot.
I'm impressed. I feel I'm not sure that I've had this one before. I thought I had, but now I'm not 100% sure. 'cause
I think it's
feel
one
like
of
if
those
I
things
had-
too. Is like, you can go into some shops and they have like a wall of Perdomo, and good.
Yes.
That's great. They may sell a lot of them. I feel like our crowd here is more of they want to try different things.
Yeah.
The one thing I think people will find out is they've probably seen these in the humidor for the last 10 years, I guess, or whatever, and they've looked over them because, oh, I moved on to that. I don't smoke that anymore. You'll go back and try it because
Yeah.
I mean, even like you said, go back to some of your cigars you started on. I remember when I started, it was going to golf courses, and they would always have usually a Romeo, a Macanudo, maybe a Monte Cristo, decent cigars, but they were usually on the milder side. I went back to a couple of them, lately, like the Monte Cristo White. Went back to that one and tried. I'm like, I mean, it's still a good cigar.
Yeah.
It's just milder than what I like now.
Yep.
But
Yep.
it's still fine, and so go back occasionally and check them out.
I will say it's tough to try Perdomos because there are so many. Mm-hmm. You walk into most humidors, and I know you've talked about there's some, every time you're going to bring in a line of cigars, there's certain buying requirements to carry their
Some,
brand.
yeah.
And Perdomo has a pretty significant one.
Sorta.
We don't have to go into details,
No,
but
we won't.
but they just and I understand they're like, hey, if we're going to commit time to bring a rep out to talk to you, we want you to commit to our business, and okay, fair enough. I'm in sales, I understand that.
Yeah.
But as a consumer, it can get a little overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
If I walk in and I see 20 different Perdomo cigars in there, even if it's 5 lines and 4 different sizes per line, I'm still like, I don't know. I'm just going to be a little bit overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. A couple
And-
cigars from a line I can go in, I can go, oh, I'll try one. If
Yeah.
I don't like it, then I'll try the other one.
Well, and I think there's also something with retailers, and I will go into it a little bit, that I think that Perdomo's missing a little bit on, because Perdomo wants you, when they started out, they want you to have 4 sizes of each one of the cigars, so 4 facings of each cigar, and but some shops sell a crap ton of Gordos and sell no Robustos. So they're going to literally sit on those Robustos forever,
Yeah.
and they're going to restock the Gordos 100 times.
Yep.
And it's like, you know, like here, I mean, we sell we have a few customers that are into Gordos, and that's great. If that's your jam. It's not my jam. It's not most of our customers' jam. They're more into the Toros or the Robustos. Churchills are probably one of the slowest sellers.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But you walk into
But-
some
but I
cigar
will say,
lounges
I
or
love
shops,
the
and they
size
have
of this.
huge ring gauges everywhere.
do.
Like they have almost no Robusto.
I mean,
no
we've said it
Toro.
before. I mean, CLE's #1 selling cigar is their 770 Asylum.
Which is just,
Their #2 is the 880.
that's
And
crazy.
it's like, that's just crazy. But obviously, people are buying them.
Yeah, and
So-
good for you if you smoke a cigar that size.
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
what you like. There's
I mean,
no
it's
judgment.
definitely a
It's just-
cigar you can smoke and smoke it for a very long time.
Yes,
like
it is
smoking a
interesting
cucumber.
to go to each different lounge and shop, across the country and see like
Oh, yeah.
what it's funny to me. Espinosa does incredible here. I've walked into some places and they have no Espinosa, or they'll have just like the Murcielago or something.
Or they'll
like
say,
that.
"Oh, I tried it, but it didn't work."
It didn't
here."
sell.
Yeah.
yeah, and that
It's
just
regions.
happens.
Yep.
It just happens. It's regions, and you do what you can, and maybe one cigar gets released, and suddenly that brand is now popular in that region,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
It just fits the profile. So you
It
never
is.
know.
It is.
I will say this is definitely going to go in my rotation.
Yeah.
You know what, come in.
yeah.
I would say for me, discovering something today is like I got a new cigar that I thoroughly enjoy. That, like I said, I probably come in and I get different ones almost every day.
Yeah,
that I
you
come
do.
in here
Yeah.
and stuff, and so this will definitely be a.
Well, I'll tell you something, and I know you're a little bit newer to at least the level of cigar smoking that you're doing now.
Yes.
You're a little newer to that.
Correct.
One thing that I've seen you do that I would like to see other, not just on the business side of it, but as a personal side of it, is you find a cigar you like and you buy a box. Because you're getting
definitely-
10% discount, so you're getting at least 2 free cigars in there, plus you're getting them at a good price already. It's like, that will help you train your palate too, because then you can smoke that same cigar, and then as you get down to smoking 5 or 10 of those, it starts making you think more about what you're smoking. Now I will say that's never the way I ever used to smoke. I used to always go in and buy 20 cigars, and there was 2 of each cigar. It was,
Yeah.
That's all I ever did. But I do like the idea of someone going out and saying, you know what, I really like the cigar. I'm gonna get a box this time, smoke them. You're like, that. I mean, look at Heine. Heine buys a box of Reds about once every week,
Yeah,
and
Yep.
that's his favorite cigar. So he's gonna keep smoking that same cigar. But if you're trying to find what your favorite cigars are, that's a good way to do it.
Chris Gordon in the house
What's up,
2
buddy?
days in a row, man.
3.
Three
Three.
days in a row.
Yes.
Man, love that. Love seeing CG in here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about a new release that has had us talking here at the lounge about a specific topic on
me.
bourbon, and that's price.
Yeah.
Starlight has a release. It's the 10-year.
Yeah, it's their
10-year
anniversary.
It's their
Yep.
anniversary, and they have a 10-year, aged 10 years. And I haven't heard any tasting notes from anybody, outside
No.
of what's published. We did find out that we have somebody that's a lounge regular that.
Yep. Our buddy Wes, you guys
Yep.
heard us talk about him.
Yep. So, we'll look forward to hearing from Wes at some point
Yeah.
and seeing what he thinks about it. The big news about it, and that we talked about here, is it's retail MSRP is $249.99.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big number.
It is a big number. Personally, what I think of that is, if you're a Starlight lover and you're a supporter of their brand, you're going to get that bottle
100%.
100%. You might get 2 because you're going to get one to lay on your shelf because you're a fan, because they're actually really beautiful bottles. But you're going to get one to drink probably. Now, is that for everyone? They're going to go out and hunt at the stores? No. This is literally
Yeah.
for their lovers of Starlight.
Yes.
Um,
yes.
Do I want one? I want to try it. I'm not going to buy it.
I'm not going to either.
So I mean, I definitely will taste it. I would like to go down there and see the guys
Well,
again
and
too.
then we
but
had one of our members yesterday posted on our private Facebook page about the Angels Envy.
yes,
the-
Paul Evans did.
Yes,
Yeah.
Paul Evans posted and saw
It
it,
was
in
the
Costco.
Cellar Age. Is that what it was? Cellar
Nah,
Age.
it was-
I think
don't
it was
remember
the Cellar
exactly
Age.
what
it
it
was.
was,
The one
but-
that Will did call us out and say we did try that on the show.
Yes, yes. I remember.
Thank you, Will.
I remember trying that, and
I did too.
I mean, I remember being like, "I'm for the price. I'm not."
After he said that, I remember like, yeah, I just literally just
Spaced it.
just spaced it again. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I think I remember. Was it Will that had bought it and
Yeah.
brought it in, and he was kind of disappointed because the price on that was over $200 as well.
Yeah, I think it was
$239 or something at Costco.
maybe Costco was somewhere around there. I think MSRP was $299. I think it was.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
So
and Will made a good comment. He's like, it's good. It's not worth that price.
but that begs the question. What is
Yep.
worth that price?
What
I
is?
love how you brought up the idea that if you're a Starlight lover and you're supporting them,
Mm-hmm.
buy a couple bottles, keep one on the shelf, drink one, share it with friends, all that sort of stuff. Special pour, whatever.
And same with Angels. If you're a fan,
Yep, if you're a huge fan,
get one.
And kudos to the brands that build that kind of reputation with their customers, that they're willing to pay for that. For me, I can't really think of a bottle that I'm going to pay $250 for.
Red Stag.
Well, man,
only the cinnamon one.
I take that back because I would have for the Russell's Reserve 15.
yes.
The 2024 Russell's Reserve 15, I would have paid
Yep.
that.
Yep,
Easily.
100%.
Easily. In fact, I had said I'd go up to 400, but by then it had already been declared Bourbon of the Year, and it was way past that
Mm-hmm.
price. So, and I don't really do secondary anyway.
If you have a bottle of Russell's 15 you want to get off of, let us know.
Yeah. Now you know my price point.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what it's-
175.
Right.
So, what is the most expensive bottle you've ever? For yourself,
So
not for
I
business,
did
but for
do a $200 bottle from Peerless,
Hey, buddy.
and it was their cognac finished. Now I'm a huge Peerless fan.
Okay.
I really
Oh,
like
yeah,
their
yeah.
whiskeys. Their ryes are spectacular.
Yeah.
I tasted it, and man, I went back and forth. I got the opportunity to taste it before buying it, and I still paid $200 for it. And that is the most expensive bottle that I've ever paid for.
Yeah.
But, is it?
Well,
We got a few things here on the table.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, the Starlight. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was getting ready to say. Is like, I am so happy that Chris showed up. We get to drink Starlight, his favorite bottle of all time, in front of him.
But it begs
I
the
may
question,
know a guy that can get you pour.
what is the price? How high are you willing to go?
Yeah, that's a tough one for me because I've got a lot of bottles at home, and I've got even more bottles in the back here that are just like, quarter bottles, half bottles, whatever.
Yep.
And I'm not really hunting bottles much anymore.
And I don't hunt either. I just if
But-
I'm around somewhere. And
But
find
like if I
something.
saw another bottle of Heaven Hill 17 pop up, someone was asking $400 for it, I'd buy it.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's Lisa's favorite bottle in the world. We went together and all of us ended up finding a bottle, and we bought it for a lot more than $400.
Right.
You're such a good husband.
But it was actually a group of us that came together because she would have really gotten mad at me if I would have bought that by myself because that was getting
Expensive.
close to the $1,000 mark on
Yes,
that one.
Yes.
But again, that's a birthday gift. That's something different. One for me, I'm looking for those sub 120 bottles.
Yeah. That's
If it gets into that 120 range, I'm like, okay, I have to really think about, do I really need that bottle? And the answer is always no, I don't need that bottle. But do I want that bottle to share? And that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like I'm buying the bottle because I'm sharing it.
Always,
I am
always,
not
yeah.
looking to buy a bottle to sit on the shelf because it looks pretty.
Yep.
I want to share the bottles. And guess what? If it was a great bottle, I might keep that bottle because it's a memory of what I drank. It's great. Lisa didn't want me to do that, but it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, just like this, the next one we're getting into, the Starlight Rye Port Barrel, that was our second pick we had here. It's become kind of a goat bottle for some people. Chris is one of them.
Yeah.
and it's a really great one. And the reason I brought that one out was because I feel like that is one of the best whiskeys that we've ever had here to pair with a cigar. That port and the rye to come together so nicely that I just think it really works with cigar. I think it's going to actually blow this one away. I think it's going to be amazing.
So you had a theme to today's
Yes.
He thought it through.
2 cigar
Well-
batches and a non-cigar batch, but one that you think pairs
I think
best
so, yeah.
with
And then
cigar,
the other one is that Penelope, which we had on the
which
show.
is a cigar batch.
It's a
Yeah.
cigar batch, which there's only a little bit there, so you guys can split that if you want it. But,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
When
I
it
mean,
comes to price,
like
you know,
if I find like a good stag release that people are like, oh, this is great, and I go try it, I'm like, this is amazing. I'll pay a little bit of money for it.
I
mean,
actually just had the latest stag release.
how was it?
It was awesome.
Okay, is he selling bottles by chance?
No, this was so I was over in St. Louis this last week for work.
Okay.
And one of my 3 account directors that lives over there, we went out to do some account planning and kept striking out on bars and restaurants because it was Monday and everywhere was closed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, there's a place around here, but it's like a cigar place, and I don't know if you like cigars." And I'm like, "Do you even know me?"
Do you know me?
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot the podcast and everything." I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So Aielo's, awesome place.
Yeah. Where's that again?
It's near O'Fallon.
Okay.
Yeah, so
St. Louis,
west St. Louis.
Yeah, West St. Louis.
Yep.
Is it past Chesterfield?
Past Chesterfield.
Okay.
Yeah, by about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yep. So not all the way out to Wentzville, but kind of in between those two, right? Chesterfield and Wentzville. And Aielo's super cool place, great people there. The stag was a double for $25.
Yeah, they might have underpriced that bottle a little bit, huh?
They said that they don't care.
So see, they're
They're-
in the
they're-
same world that I'm in.
Exactly.
If I get a special bottle, whatever I paid for is where I'm basing my prices on. I'm not basing on secondary comes in like this.
Right, exactly.
And again, I say that. I don't want to put any bar down that charges more because I know if you're in downtown freaking Chicago, your rent is a whole lot more than I bought my building for.
Well, also your
I get
clientele
that
is different. I
your
mean,
client, your sale, everything is more expensive.
Yeah.
You have to charge more. I'm not going to complain about that, but I don't have to here.
well, we've talked about it like Blend and Burn, right? Those
Yeah.
are two like more corporate or
They're-
kind of nightclub.
In definitely
you
higher
know,
rent
and-
areas than we are.
And
Yep.
their clientele, they're not going to have a huge contingent of locals. They'll have a few, but it's a very transient, customer base.
Yeah.
It's not the guys that are going every day or every other day to hang out with their buddies at the lounge.
But even at those places, even though I know a lot of stuff, it ends up going on a corporate credit card, whatever.
Yep.
You're paying for it. Even at those places, a lot of times those higher end bottles that they're charging a lot for may sit there for 6 months before they sell.
They
them
will.
all.
They
It's like,
will.
is it really worth leaving it on your shelf that long to charge 3 times what I can charge?
I mean, at 6 months, yes. At 2 years, no.
No.
And I think that's
I'm
the
talking
thing
about
is
for
they'll-
one bottle though, because
I
some of those
understand.
places get
Yeah.
one bottle. It's like 6 months for one bottle is a long time sitting on the shelf.
Ah, man, but
I've got some that's lasted longer now. I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
right.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly a challenge, but I guess it's all about the marketplace and what it will support.
So
Well,
is that
that's the
how
thing
you
is like
look at
Will
it?
and I went down to, God, what's it called? Is it Half Liter? I think it is. Or
Yeah.
Is that
Half
the
Liter.
restaurant
The
and
one
bar?
over in
It's the one that Eddie
Nor or
Solomon owns,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, North Broad Ripple or South Broad Ripple.
Right.
Yeah. We went in there and we had the. It was the. God, Will's gonna scream at me. It's the. It's the stag. It's like the old stag. It's like the original. I think it was the original blend of stag, starting out, and they had like that bottle on there.
Like
And
when it was still Stag Junior.
it wasn't. It was even before all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, but it was one that they did a release of these 375 bottles, and they had like 5 of them. The only way you could buy is
yeah,
to
I
get
remember
all
you telling me
5.
about that, yeah.
That was, in my opinion, maybe the best whiskey I've ever had in my life. Period.
Wow.
It was absolutely amazing. If I could find a bottle of that, and it was way over MSRP, I would definitely think about getting it. It was that good. But it's one of those bottles you'll never see.
Yeah.
So William
question-
LaRue Weller, another one. I'm not a big
That's-
weeder guy. That thing is absolutely amazing. If I could find a bottle that was
still
double
not
MSRP,
paying.
I'd still get it. If
Well,
it was
double
double
MSRP,
MSRP,
is $240, right?
yeah,
Something
I would
like
look
that.
at I would look at it at that price max.
Yeah, you never will. I
But you won't see it.
$1,000 to $1,500.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know if you
Yeah.
got a price point that you you think you're not going to pay over this,
Or let
for a
us know
bottle.
your disappointment in a bottle you bought way overpriced or
Oh
what you're
yeah,
thinking.
Alan, you had one of those.
Well, I would say Jen saved me from overpaying for a bottle last week.
Oh, the
E.H.
Taylor.
E.H. Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because somebody I know was selling a bottle for $85, and for me, like
And it
I-
was just
like,
small
I
batch,
thought
if
in my
you know.
mind, E.H. Taylor is wow, that is
Yeah.
a very sophisticated, that's top shelf kind of stuff. And then when I heard what the MSRP on it was like, oh, I mean, it's-
And I will say, there's people out there that if they said, "Oh my God, you saw one for $85," I would have bought that all day long. That's fine. If that's your jam, go for it. It is overpriced for that bottle. It's
Totally.
good. Is it good? Yes, it's good. But guess what? You can buy Old Forester 1920 that's better than the just regular small batch
Yep.
for $50.
I just got a bottle of the H. Taylor small batch. So if you want to sip, I can
Yeah.
cover that.
And- and you may-
I did not pay $85 for it.
And you may find you like. And I will say too, the Myers around here are getting a lot of really good allocated stuff right now.
Let's talk about that after we take a break.
Let's do it. Let's
Okay?
go.
We're going to pay some bills here. Final Third Cigar is Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge. Come to Final Third for a selection of over 20 different Aladino cigars, including the Cameroon, a wonderful cigar with nice light flavors. Make sure and visit Final Third, the Aladino exclusive cigar lounge for Indiana.
In Indiana, we grow it. And when it comes to harness racing, the Indiana program has grown to become one of North America's very best. Breed Development and the ISA have been there every step of the way by overseeing and promoting the Indiana sired racing, breeding, and stakes programs at every level. We're working to ensure a right future for all of us.
All right. Thanks to our new sponsor there, the Indiana Standardbred Association. We also want to call out Harris Hoosier Park and Casino. Harris Hoosier Park, they're doing live harness racing, standardbred horse racing, Tuesday through Saturday. New post time, 5:30. So make sure to get out there a little bit earlier. It doesn't have to be quite as late at night either. Thank goodness for those judges, because I know that they were going till 12:30 or 1 o'clock. Make sure and hit Harris Hoosier Park, and don't forget about the casino. Live table games, lots of slots, and lots of good time. Harris Hoosier
Yeah.
Park and Casino. Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. We love those guys out there. I mean, we talk about them all the time, and Tuesdays we're usually hanging out there. So if
I
you
will
ever
be there
wanna
this
just-
Tuesday.
If you ever want to join us, just come out there on a Tuesday after races start. Hit up just behind the Pegasus bar. You'll see us all hanging out.
Yep. Good time for sure.
I went ahead and jumped into the rye port barrel
Oh,
because I really
good,
wanted
yeah.
some of that. It's been a long time. So this is actually one that's been sold out for over a year now.
It's going to be so delicious, and you can't have any.
Nope, sorry. But I definitely wanted to think about it with the cigar batches.
I like that.
Now, I will say, like I said, of those two that we just drank, I think I'm up in the air. I think the Whiskey Acres would go better with maybe a little bit stronger cigar, where the Magnus went really well with the medium. So, but they both worked. They both worked with
Yeah.
this one cigar. So,
Oh, I agree.
yeah.
This cigar is actually, it's turning into a very good bourbon cigar.
it's a good coffee cigar. I got my coffee over here too, and I think it goes well together.
Nice.
I think you're right because some Maduros, when you get to a really strong Maduro, in that medium plus or medium full or full, it ends up being it almost makes the coffee more bitter. But more of a medium body or even under medium actually works well with the coffee.
You said this is port finished, right?
This is a port finished rye
I mean, it's port all day long.
all day long, and
Yeah.
it's what's the proof? I think it's Hey, Chris, what's the proof of this Starlight? 115 something? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so it's in that range. I mean, it's not the over 120, but it's, I don't know, it's so good. I figured Chris would know.
It
right
doesn't
off the
even
top of his
drink
back.
115 at all.
It doesn't. It's so sweet.
And it's got a perfect rye finish to it. Just that
The balance.
subtle hint of minty spice
Yeah.
on the finish. Like it's barely there, but just enough to kind of go, ooh, I feel like a little bit refreshing on the palate.
That was one of those rough picks because we went through probably 30 barrels.
That's a lot.
Because it was our first pick as a shop, so obviously they're not going to let us have the highest,
Yep.
picks, the cognac or Armagnac finishes, which theirs are absolutely amazing. So we were going through them, and they started off with the whiskeys, and we had probably eight or nine of those. We tried them. I'm like, none of these are special. They're good. They're not special. Then we went to the ryes, just a straight ryes. None of them were really special. And we tried a couple barrels in the back. I'm like, that's not bad. He's like, all right, I'm seeing you guys are really not into these yet. He's like, I got one more I want you to try. He pulled that one out, and we're like, all of us like, that's it.
Just
we
done
never
right there.
did a tasting after that. We're like, that's the one.
That's
and
awesome.
it actually worked out great. So
That's when you know you had a good pick.
yeah,
When
yeah.
everybody's, right on board with it.
I'm definitely going to have to stay a few hours after.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Yes.
you
Well,
gotta
I
be-
mean, Sophie's coming on TV at 3, so it's all good.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, man, here
Like
we
I
go.
said, I have a
man.
funny feeling. So school starts next week, which is
Oh,
great.
I thought you were having another funny feeling because we said
Uh,
Sophie.
Sophie.
So let's talk a little sports here.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay, a little bit. Went bowling last night. Not sure if you call it a sport or not, but
It's a sport.
fair enough.
Real
Okay.
bowling or Wii bowling?
No, we went to
All right.
Pinheads.
Okay.
My goodness, that place was packed, and
Always.
it is expensive on Saturday.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Crazy.
it's a cool spot. It's
it
a
is
great
a cool
place.
spot.
Yeah.
the food's really good. I get these Mamasaki wings. Oh my goodness, umami flavor.
That is a very hidden good place to eat food.
It is.
It really
I've heard
is.
that.
You
I've
wouldn't think
never
at a
eaten there.
bowling alley there, but
They were a little off
good
their
food.
game last night, but it was also Saturday. It was crazy busy. So
Well, don't they have a
get
decent
pass.
bar too?
Yeah, their
They have a
bar's great.
huge-
I thought they had a decent bar
yeah,
too. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have a few. Like they've got the bar in the bowling alley, the bar in the restaurant, and I noticed that they redid their arcade area, and it's a little bit more adult friendly now.
Okay, good, because that was pretty
Um,
rough before.
It was pretty much kids
Yeah.
stuff, and it's changed a little bit, and they put a bar back there as well
For the kids.
for the kids. Yes, to when they're
It's
playing
for
arcade
the
games.
children.
Yeah, well, I mean, you find out like adults like playing ticket games and trading them in for stupid cheap shit.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, and I
What
want
a
to have
great date
I wanna-
night, right?
Exactly. I want to have some drinks while I'm doing this,
Yeah.
right? But we're bowling, and it was for Adele's, my youngest daughter, her birthday. She turned 22 like 3 weeks ago, and we're finally got schedules lined up to all
Happy
get together.
birthday, Adele.
Happy birthday.
And Mike Bother goes with us. Now, for those that don't know, his wife Jen, her parents owned a bowling alley while she was growing up.
Yep.
And Jen was so good at bowling, she actually got a scholarship to college for it.
I did not know that.
Yes, she bowled in college.
Okay.
So she's very good, which meant that Mike had to become very good. And he said like his average is usually like 170 to 172, somewhere around.
That's pretty
there,
good
which
for a
is-
novice.
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean they're not in any leagues or anything. Like they just, they were for a long time, but they, haven't done. I don't think Mike was in a league. I think he said he had not been in one, but they used to bowl a lot.
Yeah. Remember, Mike doesn't like sports.
Right.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Right.
He talks a tough game.
He does. He does.
does.
Yeah, let's go sports team.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy's got a Pacer shirt or a Fever shirt on all the time. Anyway, and that is his employer, so that's
Yes, it
that's-
is.
Yeah. So they're doing a thing last night where there's an orange pin on every lane, right? And if the orange pin gets dropped in the front pin position, and you get a strike, you get a $5 gift card.
Okay.
Fun,
Yeah.
And they've got kind of their DJ guy that's up in this booth, like in the center, so he can see everything. And he's calling out like which lane, okay, let's see how they do. And it's kind of funny.
Put some
right? It's a
pressure
little-
on 'em. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're playing. We get all the way through the first game. Orange pin never comes up in front. Right, it's always in the back. Mike starts getting all pissed off. He's like, because he bowls with 172, I think,
Yeah.
for his first game. Right, he's throwing pretty well.
Mike mad?
And yeah, he's like, this is bullshit. It's F this and F that and this effing pin. And F, you know how Mike is. Yeah. So finally, it comes up right there in the front. We're like, this is it. This is your moment. And he goes like, oh, front lane 22. We got, what's his name? And Casey, Adele's husband, had put all the names in. So Janelle was the grandma. I was the grandpa because,
Yep.
Ken going to be grandparents now.
Yep.
Not for Adele, for Kinsey, our older daughter, but regardless, he goes up there and he's got his glove on. And he's got like his ball that he brought with him, and he's got his towel and his ball cleaner, and he's got this chalk he's putting on his shoes and hands, and I mean he's doing all the things, right? So his name's Pro, like the Pro, right? Yeah. So just setting expectations here. Wings that ball down and leaves the middle pin standing.
Oh no.
Yeah. So of course he's getting ribbed big time because his name's Pro.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And the guy on the microphone's we're all just jabbing at him a little bit, all in fun, right?
Of course, you jab your buddies.
Like 2 frames later, he gets the pin again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So now, of course, it's all eyes on Mike,
Uh-huh.
right? And the DJ guy's like, oh, here we go, the pro back up on 22. Got a chance to redeem himself. Leaves 3 pins.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, man. He was furious.
Choke.
He was a total choke artist.
That's
total
great.
choke artist. And it was hilarious because, like, the second time, he leaves those 3 pins. He misses all 3, doesn't clean it up.
Oh,
right?
he
leaves an
didn't
open
even get there.
frame.
Oh, no.
And Janelle gets up next and throws it and gets a strike. And the DJ happens to see it, is like, hey, look, she did it. What's your problem?
Oh, that just egged him on more, didn't it?
Oh, man.
Gosh.
He was lit up at that point.
That's
he
great.
didn't sleep at all last
Oh,
night.
yeah,
He was-
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he texted a small text group with me and Janelle and Mike and Jen, and he was like, my whole right side hurts.
Yeah.
Right? Because he wings that thing. I mean, it's a pretty looking throw.
Yeah.
It's a pro looking throw. The big, long curve coming around. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a strike every time. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I was like, yeah, well, it must have really hurt because you didn't hit the orange pin strike last night.
I would have never guessed it that Mike is a bowler.
Oh, yeah.
I would have never in 100 years guessed Mike is a
So
bowler.
I am I'm really, really bad at bowling, right? And of course, I, don't physically move very well because of that
Yeah.
accident way back when. So I just kind of walk up there and just kind of drop the ball. Like I can't even.
Do you use the ramp and the bumpers?
I don't. No, I still. But my average speed was about 5 miles an hour. Okay, so I'm not trying here, and I throw 2 strikes right at the beginning of the last game that we played, last full game that we played. So I'm winning. Like I'm up there. I'm like, this is going good. Mike's game is dog shit. Like, his second game was just not good for him. Really, really bad. That bastard beat me by 1 pin.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he was like watching the score. I'm like, yeah, I won. He's like, no, look again. I'm like, son of a bitch, man, you got me.
Got
119 to 118, and I don't throw over 100 ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like one of those guys. Like I'm a golfer, so I love playing golf. And then sometimes you get paired up with somebody, and they come in with the black pants, black shoes, red shirt. They're trying to look like Tiger Woods.
Yep,
They've got $3,500 worth of clubs in their bag, and they hit probably 90 yards off the tee, and you're like, son of a bitch.
Okay,
It's gonna
I
be a
thought
long
that the
day.
final third on here was Lisa. It's not. It's Mike. I
Oh,
didn't realize
oh,
that.
okay,
Yes. I
gotcha.
thought it was Lisa on here commenting. So Mike's,
Okay, so Mike-
Mike's letting me know that he left the 10 pin. It wasn't the center pin; it was the 10 pin on the first one, and then he missed the 10, so he didn't. That was an open frame as well.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And then when he missed the second one, he comes off and just takes his shoes off and throws them.
Now that sounds more like
That
Mike.
sounds like Mike.
Right,
That sounds like more like
exactly.
Mike, yeah.
Yes, he was hot. It was great. It was funny. At one point, I said, "Mike, you should move 2 boards to the right." He says, "Shut up! That's something Jen would say."
So how did Jen do?
She wasn't there last night because she was at the
Oh.
Offspring concert.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yep,
right. Yeah.
yep. But he was like, "Man, Jen was here. She'd be giving me a rash of shit right now and telling me I'm throwing too fast or too slow or I need to move this way or that way or something." And I can imagine. So
Yeah.
we're going on the 10th to go bowl with
There you
Mike
go.
and Jen both, and I'm sure it will be entertaining.
We
Oh,
got,
yeah.
we got to record that and show on the podcast
That would
so
be
you
a
see
good thing.
Mike choke.
Take the GoPro,
Right?
GoPro with you.
Yeah, Mike, I had you here after I found you were a bowler. Up
You
here,
should.
After I
You
found
should
out
take
how
the
you
GoPro
bowl,
with
you're
you.
down here.
Yeah. Just record that one.
Just record the whole thing and we'll just post it.
Yes.
Here you go. If you want to watch some bowling,
That'll be on
here's-
the Final Third OnlyFans page.
Yes.
Watch Mike and the boys and the girls.
Yes.
Bowl.
Yep.
So he's Happy
Yep.
Gilmore with bowling. Gets angry
Right.
and stuff and just
Right.
goes off.
Right. Piece of monkey shit.
Go to your home.
What's wrong with your home? You too good for your home? Suck my white ass ball.
Oh gosh.
My best game is 205 ever. And that was, I got a strike from frame 3 to frame 8.
Nice.
But that was my best game ever.
See, I could be anywhere from 100 to 250. I've had great games. I've had horrible games. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Dude, Mike said his best game ever was 298.
Wow.
Oh, God. That sucks,
That
though,
would-
because
yeah.
you're 2 pins from
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I've never had a hole in one.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I've been 6 inches away. I've hit the flag. I've never had a hole in one. Getting a perfect game of bowling is,
Yeah.
is
See, my
the
dad
holy
was
grail.
a great bowler. I remember him bowling my entire life, and he actually had a perfect series.
Wow.
And apparently, I mean, it's not real common, obviously. Get
Yeah.
300, round. He's gotten 300 several times, but he actually had one perfect series. And I'm like, I mean, he was like, it was funny because I was a little kid, and it's like everyone's coming up just high fiving him and stuff. I mean, the entire alley.
Right.
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, that's pretty cool, Dad.
Right. You didn't recognize
I
at
know
the
how
time
cool it
like,
was,
what
yeah.
that is.
Did
yeah.
he have a comb over like every bowler does?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He had the gangster grease in the hair,
Yeah.
pulling it over the side. Oh yeah.
What's that movie, Kingpin?
Yes.
Kingpin,
Yes.
yeah.
That
Bill
was him.
Murray.
Bill
When
Murray.
he throws that last one, his hair, the comb over is like sticking straight up.
That's an underrated movie too.
Oh, it's
That's a
great
very underrated movie.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's correcting me. He's saying 297 high. Dude, you said 298 last
still.
night. I know you did. I had a few drinks, but I know you said 298. You said 297 and a 775
Yeah.
series high.
Nice.
So he is like a golfer. We sometimes exaggerate our score a little bit.
Just a little?
Just a little.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I hit 2 under with 2 mulligans,
Yeah.
right?
Two mulligans.
Yes.
Oh, so you hit even. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did average,
Yeah.
right? Just par. Just par for the
Just
course.
par for
Just
the
average.
course.
How the hell does that work? That's the
Yeah.
dumbest thing.
Yeah, but
Like,
par is
on-
actually
on
great.
golf. I know par's awesome.
In golf.
Like it shouldn't be called par. You're like I shot par. Oh, so you just shot normal. You shot what you were
should've-
supposed to.
Should have
Yes.
shot. Yes.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, they should have a better name for that.
They should have a
Yeah.
better name for that.
I mean, even bogey it's worse than a par, obviously, but at least it's a
Yeah, I would be
Nice.
like bogey feels more like par.
Yeah.
Right? That's where I'm like, okay, I shot. It took me 1 extra shot per hole, right, to be able to get it in. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, oh, I'm a bogey golfer. I'm like, well, you're freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's if you're shooting 18 over for a round, sorry, but I think that's under 100.
Yeah.
If most average golfers, they say the average golfer cannot break 100. That's an average golfer.
Yeah.
I thought you were like in the top 5% or something if you averaged under 100.
You are.
Yeah.
You are, and like I mean, I've played with some people out there, and I can go now.
You're
I
a good
used to
golfer,
be,
bud. Don't.
Yeah, I used to be back in the heyday, probably 20 years ago, when I didn't have a gut, and I could actually
Right.
get through the ball and stuff. I would shoot high 70s, low 80s, consistent basis and stuff. I can probably still shoot in the low 80s, but same course next day. I've done this before. I shot an 81 one day, played the same course the next day. I stopped keeping score and stuff. I was
Yeah.
well in the hundreds.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, you just
it's
gotta
not
forget
even
I'm
worth
just-
it at that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
I
for a
always
couple
say,
years, I was in the same world.
Yes.
High 70s, low 80s, consistently.
I don't mind keeping score, but I can tell you this: if I hit a ball and it goes 20 feet to the right, that one didn't count. because I'm not here to work golf. I'm to play golf.
You're playing, yeah.
So I'm not going to go hit something that, didn't go past the ladies' tee or whatever. I'm just going to put a ball down. I'm going to hit it again. And that's it. And if you don't like that style, then don't play with me. Because I'm not out there to like try I'll be happy to like, place a bet on a putt. Because that's, look, if it's a 15-foot putt, I got a reasonable chance of hitting a 15-foot putt in.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're like $5, you can't make this. I might take that bet.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to play you for strokes or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Just like I'm not going to play, can I pick up that spare? I'll bet you $1. All right, I might take that. It's the 3 pins in the front. They're all grouped together. I just got to keep it straight down the lane.
Yeah.
I might take that. But you think I'm going to play you frame for frame like for a game? No, it's not going to happen. No, not going to do it.
Well, I think I told you guys, maybe I haven't yet, but if I have, tell me to stop. There was a buddy of mine.
Stop.
You remember? Okay. Well, there's a buddy of mine. He was a scratch golfer. I mean, he was a par or under golfer, and he was up with his buddy up in Chicago, and they went to the Chicago Country Club, wherever that was called, and they went in there and said, well, you can't play as a twosome, you have to play as a foursome.
Right.
So they're like, well, is there anybody to play with? He's like, well, these two guys are coming up here. They need to. Well, all right, cool. So they go out to the tee. This guy comes walking out, and they're like, okay, hey, we're playing. He's like, oh, okay, cool. He said, my partner's coming. Is Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you've told me this story before, but I don't think
Yes.
you told it on the podcast before.
And so Jordan comes out there, and Jordan says, "We're going to play $10 a hole, or 10 a hole," and they're like, "All right, cool." Of course, in your brain,
$10.
We're playing $10. So they play the entire round. They're doing well, and they end up beating Jordan and his buddy by
2, right?
3 strokes. 3 strokes. So Jordan gets his checkbook out and writes him a check for $30,000. Hands it to him. He's like, "Oh, dude, no, I thought you were said $10 a hole." He's like, and Jordan looks at you and says, "If we'd have beat you, we'd have made you pay." He's like, "Thank you." I'm like, I would have cashed that check, kept that check, and framed it.
Yes.
Oh, Michael Jordan's signature on a freaking $30,000 check because I beat his ass at golf. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah,
But Jordan's notorious for making you pay.
Oh, he
Like,
is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you
he's a
hear the
gambler.
stories
He's a
about
gambler.
it.
And by
It's
the
like,
way,
no,
if
you-
they had said $10, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He would have said 10,000. They would have said, "Sorry, we can't do that, but we're happy to do $10." And Jordan would have been happy to play
he
for
would
that.
have.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
He wouldn't have cared at all.
I mean, Jordan used to sit back in the locker room
For
and
pennies.
do quarters.
Yeah,
They play
quarters.
quarters against
Yeah.
the wall with the
security
workers.
staff. Yeah, that was in that the documentary.
Did you ever see this Saturday Night Live spoof on that?
No.
Where they had that. So it was from obviously the Last Dance, and they were talking about that. And it was a Saturday Night Live one where Keena Michael Thomas, I think he was playing Jordan and stuff, and then it was a security guard, that old security guard, his security guard.
Yep.
And that he was making him take off his pants because he lost a bet and stuff. And like, it's sitting there like, come on, man, like
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a good note to take there. If you're playing against Jordan for money, make sure you clarify.
Or anybody. If they say 10, say $10.
$10. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. No
Yes.
matter who you're
I don't
playing,
care who it is.
because you don't know who it is. You need to clarify what that actually is before you start the game. I couldn't imagine, man, getting a check for $30,000 like that. Of course, I can't imagine beating Jordan in golf.
I couldn't imagine just playing golf with Jordan.
Right?
gosh.
That'd be
how
a
do you
blast.
not get starstruck?
Oh, my gosh.
Like, how do you keep your mind
How do you
straight?
keep playing golf?
Yeah, for those guys that beat him, I mean, hey, kudos to them because
doubt.
I would be all over the course knowing I'm playing with Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
Like my head wouldn't be in the next shot. I'd be like,
Yeah.
don't f this up because Jordan's watching.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, this guy does not mess around when he's playing sports of any
No.
type ever. I mean, the guy is just
Well, hell,
brutally competitive.
he went out. He went on a charter boat one time and went out fishing. He had a blast doing it. He's like, I'll do that. So he has now like 20 charter boats he
Of
sends out.
course.
It's like he likes motorcycles, so he starts a motorcycle racing team. It's like, come on.
He probably bets on who gets the biggest fish.
Oh, I'm
probably
sure he
does.
does.
I
I'm
mean,
sure
you
he
know.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I know he got a lot of bad rap for that. It's like the dude's got billions of dollars to
Yes,
spend.
there was no reason for him to
He's
take
not.
like.
He's not hurting. He's not hurting.
So what? He bet $600,000, right? That he lost $600,000 in gambling. What was that? Like 2 game checks?
Yeah. If
Back
that.
then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he still makes. I think I saw this. It still makes
Oh.
like 250 some million just on shoe sales
On
a
the
year.
Air Jordan line.
Now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes.
Because
That's
that
not
was-
even.
yes.
That's not even his
Yeah.
entire line of Jumpman
Yeah,
apparel.
that was in that movie.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great movie. That whole Nike story.
But he was the first guy that would obviously got a cut of the shoe.
Yep.
Yeah, his
So,
mom
and
was the
then-
one that made that happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to. His mom's the one that said, "No, you'll give us money for every shoe you
Yeah.
sell."
But now everybody, I mean, obviously that's the
That's the
business
thing.
type is you're going to get a cut of your shoe.
Well, I mean, it's smart.
Well, it
smart
showed
business.
it showed that Nike made the right choice.
yes.
Yeah.
So what brand wouldn't say yes? You can have 10% of your shoe sales. I mean, it's stupid. You're selling a $4 shoe you had made for $300 now.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
come on.
Man, I was cruising through this cigar, and then
It
I got to
slowed
the final
down.
third, and it slowed way, way down.
Yeah, mine
I
slowed
mean,
down
we're
a
still
lot.
pumped. I mean, it's obviously it's a Churchill, but
yeah, but
it's
it, like,
still.
I felt like the first half really kind of went quick, and
I thought so too. I thought we were going to jump into the second one pretty quick, but we
Yeah.
haven't yet. We still got some time.
we got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's lots to talk about.
Yeah. And we got Fever Game coming up here.
yeah.
I think it's still out.
If Mike and Will and Liesl's there, wave hi to the
Yeah.
camera because we got the race on.
Hi guys.
I have no
I'm
idea where
sure-
they're sitting at, but
I don't know where they're sitting at either.
I don't know. They're in the party deck.
Oh, yeah, his
turn
company.
four.
They got
Okay.
the party
Yeah.
deck,
Yep.
so they're up there.
There
at-
they were. I just saw them. No,
Hey!
that's turn two. Never mind. I lied. Josh Prine and Stephanie are out there.
Yes,
Are they
Josh-
good?
Josh
Prine
is
are
there.
out there.
They're,
Yep. They're in the
they-
infield.
They've actually gone to more racing than you do now, don't they?
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Now you
Yeah.
didn't. You didn't go to Iowa this year.
did not.
Did
Would have
they?
loved to. They did not either.
Okay.
And that was the big reason because they were out. Josh had a. He's an Eagle Scout and very into the Scouts.
Good for him.
So he had a 2-week trip. He was out out of cell phone contact for a week.
God, that
As
sounds
part
like
of that,
heaven.
right? Yeah, yeah. He couldn't. I mean, they were out there.
That
So,
sounds amazing.
He had a good trip, and that was.
That
He would have
does.
been back for like a week, and then we would have been going to Iowa.
Yeah.
And I was sad not to go, but I mean, obviously that race, the racing was fantastic, as it always is at Iowa.
Yeah.
I just think that they must not have a very good deal out there. I mean, the pricing went up $300 for camping,
Oh, jeez.
and that made it pretty easy to say no thanks,
Yeah.
right? Because when you're spending like almost $4,000 for 4 days,
For
right?
camping?
For camping.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
it
that's
doesn't include
salty
a
as
ticket to
hell.
the stands or anything, but not that we would
That's a
go because
week in
you're on
Hawaii.
the track. Right. Yeah. I mean, that was and it's way, way expensive compared to almost every other track
Every
out
track.
there.
Yeah.
So we're
Is
going
Iowa
to.
Speedway really that nice? I mean, that good of a speedway?
What's the
It's,
length?
it's
Is it
cool.
solid?
It's 7/8 mile.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
so
high
it's,
is the banking?
It's, I mean, it's made for NASCAR, so
Okay.
it's definitely got a higher bank on it. I mean, the Indy cars are going 180, right, for
yeah.
qualifying. So I mean, it's fast.
So the highest bank is still Daytona, right?
Talladega. I think.
Talladega, okay.
I'm not sure if Talladega is higher than Daytona or if they're
Okay.
the same, but they're real
I've
close.
been past Daytona, and those banks are serious. Mm-hmm. And so I've never been to Talladega before.
Well, I
but
know
it's-
Talladega they can't stop on the high bank because
come
if they
right
do,
down.
it
Yes.
slides down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe Talladega.
Yep.
I'm sure someone's out there screaming.
Yeah, but
I'm sure
Indy-
Heine's going, "You guys
Yeah.
don't know something."
Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, I know that IndyCar can't run there. They can't run at Talladega or
Okay.
Daytona
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it would suck all the blood out of their head. They'd pass out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
And they'd go 300 miles an
What
hour.
she said, Ellen.
it's like they said
Walked right into that one, folks.
like Texas Motor Speedway. I lived in Texas for 7 years, and I said this: the best race I've ever seen was the IndyCar race at the Texas Motor Speedway.
Yep.
But they stopped going there because of the banking, the G forces.
It was just
Were
aggressive.
too
Yeah,
much.
it was too
Too
much.
much.
But
Same thing.
most entertaining race I've ever seen because it was just constant passing, and there's 3
Yeah.
wide, 4 wide
Yep.
in that Texas Motor Speedway and stuff. So
Yeah, they're
I
going
got
back to
20
Texas
Yeah.
next year, but not the Texas Motor Speedway.
yes,
So they're going to do a road course around the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
okay.
Yep, yep. So it'd be like the parking lot and then some roads, kind of like what they've done down at Nashville.
Yeah.
Around the Titans Stadium, same
Oh, okay.
concept.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This year they'll still be at the Nashville Motor Speedway. We're going to that race. The camping is like $900 for 4 days.
That's not
So
bad at all.
yeah,
That's
that's totally reasonable. I'm
Yeah.
like, you give me sub 1,000, then I'm
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
So we'll go down and do that. And we went last year. We've been to Nashville, the road course, I think 3 times.
Yeah.
And then last year was the oval, and this year will be the oval again.
I'll tell you, man, they don't do this as much during the 500, but just watching the Brickyard right now, they have a
one there.
view. There's nobody there.
There's-
absolutely.
They have
dead
the
there.
there's-
canopies
look,
or whatever.
I mean,
blocking
I
the
know
back.
there's a lot of people
There's
there.
there's
It's not
probably
five-
over 100,000 people there.
Yeah.
But it's
It
the
doesn't
Indy Motor
look like it,
Speedway. It's
yeah.
empty.
There's
you
no
know?
one even on the main stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's how it looks.
Well,
they can have 100,000
but
people there. It
they
looks
get
empty.
to turn 2 and they actually have a panned out view that they didn't do for the 500. It's absolutely gorgeous with the golf course and everything out there. I mean, it shows how big that property is and what they've got going on at that property just by watching this race. Because I mean,
Yeah.
right now they're going past the golf course. It's like all greenery and trees and stuff over there, and it's not your traditional track for sure.
Look, there's
It's-
not
it's
one
beautiful.
person sitting on the
Yeah.
what's that?
Turn 3.
turn 3, turn 4.
Yep, turn 3 and the short shoot between 3 and 4. But turn 4,
yeah,
the
4 is
Northwest.
where you get a lot of people. 'Cause
Northwest
that's where
Vista.
things happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots in the Northwest Vista and J-Stand.
Well, NASCAR, again, I mean, I don't want to put down NASCAR and stuff. I used to watch it all the time. But the Brickyard, to me, it's a single file race forever. And
Yeah.
it just,
Oh, someone just
As we
crashed.
see somebody going to the
someone
wall.
going to the wall.
Yeah.
Busch Light,
Well,
number
Number
one.
1 car.
But that's also the difference too. Is like NASCAR, it's NASCAR fans coming to the race.
Yeah.
That's all that's going to the race. It's not your party crowd, whatever. I mean,
No.
yeah, they're partying, are they? Yeah. It's not. Indy 500 is an experience.
It's not
It's
the
not.
Shong
Half the
going
people there don't really even care about the race. They're there for the atmosphere and the people, and obviously, yeah, they're watching the race, but
Yep.
it is absolutely packed.
Yeah.
Did that car just catch on fire? They went away from it. There was some flames coming out from the bottom.
Oh no, Lisa's yelling at me, going, "Don't talk about what's on TV." Yeah, I think he just got a little low, didn't he?
He got bumped.
Did he get bumped? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. They're not going nearly. I mean, they top out at like 205,
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, and if you guys are
If
around
that.
and you want to watch it, this Thursday is the Hall of Fame game in the NFL. We're getting preseason started already.
Preseason.
Already.
Preseason starting. So,
So everybody's got their draft parties going right now.
and
Their
I
fantasy
believe we're
draft
down to
parties.
61 days until hockey season starts.
Summer is over. It seems like it.
Well, yeah, you're going back to school next week.
Like I said, I'm probably drinking more than you guys by the end of next week.
Just don't do it at school.
Right.
I mean, this
they-
could be my morning routine: a cigar.
They-
and
they
this
frown
before
upon
I started.
that?
Yes.
You
So,
may need it though. I don't know.
It's gonna be. I'm excited.
So just so you guys know, this is Alan that we've talked about on the podcast before. That he is actually he's a business guy.
Are we going to do a get
he's
to know
retired-
Alan segment?
Yes, let's
then
do
let's,
that.
Let's do 2 commercials real
Let's
quick.
do a
okay?
commercial real quick, and then we'll talk about that.
We still
Yes.
got 2 commercials to do here, so
Yeah.
we'll
'Cause
pay
you have a
some
cool
bills
story.
and- yep. Then we'll come back and do Meet Alan. Thank you to sponsor Deadwood Live. Derek with Deadwood Live is producing top quality live edge products as well as bourbon themed furniture. If you've been in the lounge, you've seen the custom live edge table and barrel stools produced by Derek. Be sure to give him a like and follow on Facebook at Deadwood Live. That's DED Wood Live. Calling all dog lovers, say hello to Spencer Lee's, offering freeze-dried pet treats, crafted with care and bursting with flavor. Spencer Lee's treats are the ultimate reward for your four-legged friend. Made from single ingredients and freeze-dried to perfection, these treats are packed with all the goodness your pup craves. Be sure to visit Spencer Lee's on Facebook or Instagram for updates and website information.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back,
Yeah.
and we are going to do a segment, Meet Alan.
Meet
Oh
Alan.
gosh.
So yeah. So again, Alan, you were a businessman. You retired from business. You were very very involved with that business, and then you decide to do an entrepreneur class.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you're thinking about doing this year.
So, like, this all came about, I stepped away I was in the pharmaceutical medical device world for 25 years. And, knock on wood, it made a nice life for me. But like with anything, you get into a rut, you get bored, you realize, you're not having fun in it anymore. And so I stepped away, did some traveling, And then obviously some people that come here got to know, and then it started off with, hey, I'll sub this year, gets me out of the house. And for anybody who's retired, there's that transition where you do kind of feel unproductive, working since your age 14 to now you're getting up at 1:30 in the afternoon and stuff. You start feeling unproductive. So it's like, hey, I'll do something. Then that turned in from, hey, we don't have a business teacher, and so talking to them and talking to some other people, you get, the older you get, you feel like, okay, maybe you have something you can bring, you can teach the younger generation.
And this is high school.
This is high school, and I'm not naive to the fact that it's different than when I went to high school, and so I'm hopeful that, hey, I can bring something to these young adults. I'm not going to say kids, young adults, and treat them like young adults, and hopefully I can maybe open their minds to different things out there.
And we won't say which school system, but it is a
challenging,
a challenging school
school system.
Yeah.
And it's kind of known for that. You kind of, from the outside, you hear about it, and you have people that work there.
Yeah.
But
they have
again,
lots of great success stories,
Yes.
but
They
do.
it's obviously it's a city school system, so
Yes.
it's got challenges.
Yes. And so I agreed to be the business teacher, entrepreneurship, teaching business, and it starts. I mean, it came up quick. Like next week I start, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm scared. I'll be honest with you. I'm because you want to make sure, you want to hope that you can bring something to them.
Yeah.
And something that you've done in the past and help people get to the next level. You're trying to make the next generation to see what's out there, and hopefully they listen to you and they understand this is how there's this world, there's a school world, then there's a real world. And that's what I'm
Are you
trying to
going to
bring
be
to
like
this.
Rodney Dangerfield and back to school?
What a crowd, I
It's like, well, that's not what it takes to build. First of all, you have to pay off all the people that give you the permits, make sure that you can get them in
Yes.
time, and then you got to, grease the palms of the union guys to make sure that they're actually going to show up and work. And
But
there's some realities to some of that
that's
stuff.
a real world out there.
Yeah.
And like I said, and it's effort is the number one thing that's free that you have to bring to the table.
Yeah.
Because you may get a lot of chances in school and stuff to fool around or whatever. In the real world, sometimes you get one chance.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it's quicker. So
Sometimes it's recognizing when that is.
yes.
Because you can have plenty of time where you're screwing around at work, and that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
But you better recognize when you got your opportunity, and you got to jump on it, or else you're going to miss it.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, you were in the corporate world for a long time.
Yep.
You're in the corporate
I
world
am.
right now, and there's there's things you got to bring to that aspect to be successful.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping to bring. And next week it starts, and it's I think it could go one of two ways. Either I can be Teacher of the Year, or I'm going to be Happy Gilmore going to Meet and How at classes on a weekly
You're in
basis.
my
and
world
stuff.
now.
You're in my world
Read the
now.
name tag.
And stuff where, yeah. So that starts next week, and it's here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
and
It's
there's
here,
a lot
man. Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I've learned in the past few weeks about things. It's a different world from where I was at, where everything is buttoned up and stuff, because it has to be, to where now I've got to figure it out. And yeah.
We'll have to have you back on, like, after your first, whatever, 6 weeks or something.
I may
He'll
not
be
have
like-
a full head of hair by then.
Right.
I may lose
It may be very gray.
I may be very gray
Yeah.
and stuff, but
He'll be coming in going, I don't think you guys realize how much I drink.
Yeah, he'll start hammering down during the podcast, and Rob and I'll be like, we might have to stick around for a couple hours, and Alan's going to be like, I'm out of here.
yeah, it's gonna be like that. I'm gonna have all these hiding spaces for alcohol, and I'll open up a book and it's
cuckoo
carved out.
clock.
There's a bottle in there for me in
The
between
cuckoo
classes.
clock.
TV
Gotta
remote.
watch for
Yeah.
John Daly coming and drinking.
Oh, that's
it.
why the TV remote never worked.
But yeah, so I decided to change careers. I mean, I was, like I said, pharmaceuticals to teaching is a whole different ball game,
Yeah.
and I know, and I don't know what I don't know. That's the thing, and so I'm looking to see. I'm hoping for the best. Like I said, with anything, if you go into anything in this world thinking the worst,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Now, do you have a bachelor's degree?
I have a bachelor's degree. Yes.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you did, but I do think it's really interesting. Indiana has done a lot to try and open up the world of teaching.
Yes.
If you have 10 years of experience in a field, you can take like a couple courses that are just about like managing students and things
Correct.
like
I
that.
have to take those over the next 2 years, from my understanding.
Okay.
Taking some courses if
Yeah.
I last 2 years.
Like
and
even
so
if you don't have a degree at all, you can now
You can
be a
still do it.
teacher in Indiana.
it's called an emergency license.
Yeah.
So they take your background, and then you get an emergency license to be able to teach what you're going into.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
which I love. I think this is fantastic. You know, I don't like that saying that, you know, people who can't do teach.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
Look, you work hard, you go, and your goal is to teach students. You went to school for it.
Yeah.
You become a teacher. I think that's commendable. You
Very
chose a path that you knew was not going to lead to huge financial success.
No.
There's no entrepreneurship to it, right? I mean,
Right.
you're, you know, whatever the teachers unions that you're dealing with or any of that, that's kind of dictating. It's obviously a publicly funded service in most cases. So that's kind of a whole dynamic. But being able to bring in people that have real world experience
Yes.
at that higher level in high school, I especially think like some of the trades stuff,
Trades are huge.
that needs to be taught, and you're not going to find tradespeople that went to college.
No.
But you will find that there is, you know, a certain percentage of those tradespeople or a certain percentage of even people in the corporate world that they never went to college. And some of them, they do their job and they're okay at it, and they
Yeah.
make a living and have a nice career. But there's some that excel, they reach the top of their game, and you'd love to see that experience come in and potentially influence some of these kids and help them take that next step. And it's going to be a different experience than working with a teacher. And then obviously the class that you're teaching, right? This entrepreneurship, this business-driven stuff, there is certainly academic elements to it
Correct.
that you can benefit by having somebody who is a business teacher and is degreed as a business teacher, even if they were never in business, right? The mechanics that go with it, understanding accounting practices and things like that. Those are educational, you know, real academic stuff. But then there is the real world experience.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I'm glad that Indiana has this program to support, you know, bringing those kinds of people that have knowledge to share with students that could potentially influence them and guide them to, you know, a meaningful career, whether that means a university degree for their future or, you know, for me, I'm in technology.
Yes.
I was able to go and get certifications.
Yeah.
And that was enough, right? I mean, I went to college for a semester, technically 2 weeks of classes, and then I set up the network on our dorm floor to be able to play LAN-based games, right, and play against each other. And I had like my own server in there, and you know, it was obvious that I was not going to stay there for 4 years because it was like awful.
Yeah.
And I went out and I got the equivalent of a 4-year degree in certifications in 3 months.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I took a Cisco course that I did a boot camp, and I passed 4 exams in 2 weeks. That's 2 years at Ivy Tech,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they just, it's not for everybody.
Nope.
So I love that you're doing this. I'm real excited to hear kind of feedback here in a few weeks, couple months, and find out how it's going.
I mean, there are some things I'm teaching that I had to go back and kind of look and relearn again.
Right, because they still expect you to teach to
They
a
expect it,
curriculum.
yeah. There's certain curriculums as the state of Indiana expects you to teach, but again, in the real world, a lot of times you don't use those things. But it's good. It's good to kind of go back and say, but it's a foundation. It's a good foundation
Yeah.
to say, hey, this is what is going to be happening in the real world. And so, if anybody's out there listening and you're part of the business world, I mean, honestly, get a hold of me. I want to bring in as many people from the outside to talk about, because we talk about the school system. I'm not sure of the school system, this area, that some of the kids know what's out there, you know, for them, and you know, and the connections that you build, that you can build that can give you a start in your career and have a good life. You know,
Hey, some
Yeah.
of the best
Yeah.
salespeople I know, I mean, they barely finished high school.
Yes.
Like they struggle, but the relationship people,
Oh.
they know how to you know, grease the skids, and they know how to communicate and work with people. They know how to have, you know, personal interest in their customers, and
Yeah.
People buy from people, that concept.
They do.
Yep.
And I love when somebody can come in and talk about that and help kids understand it's not all from a book, guys.
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
I need more bourbon.
I see you guys can kill off that bottle if you want to, or if you
Alan,
want to
can
grab
you reach
something
that
else, you're
bottle
good to go.
there?
Whatever
The
you want
sad
to do.
thing for me is I'm going from eating steak to Totino's Party Pizza. So I mean, that's
Going backwards,
I'm
aren't
going
you?
backwards, yeah.
But
Well,
it's
that's the
never,
thing, too,
It's
is
never
I-
too late,
I
right?
like-
to choose a new path and start something new.
Well,
and
we're on
fun.
a different. We're kind of on a different pattern again, which it always goes kind of this way in any kind of education. When I was a kid, I was the first kid to go to college in my should say second kid in my family, in my immediate family, first kid to go to college, and but it was a big deal going to college. And then, after that, it was like everybody has to go. You have to go to college. You have to get a college degree, or you won't get a job. You won't get a job. We're in the world now. It's like, okay, everybody did that, and now there's no people doing any of the trade work that's out there.
Yeah.
And guess what? Trade work pays better than
Oh,
90% of the jobs
and
out there right
college
now.
graduates are getting out, and they had no business going to college in the first place.
Exactly.
And they're getting a $35,000 a year job on a $150,000 education
Exactly.
because they should have never gone in the first place.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm glad to see we're getting to a world where it's like, what do you want to do? Let's figure out how to train you for that. And you don't have to go to college and get all this prereq stuff, 2 years of prereq
Yeah.
stuff out of the way that matters nothing to your career path you're going. Now,
Yeah.
if you're a lawyer or you're a doctor,
That's
yes, please go to
totally
college
different,
and get
yes.
a great degree.
Yeah.
We need that. But if,
Surprisingly, if you're an engineer, not necessarally required.
not anymore. No.
I mean,
no.
think about all
there's-
the classes. I mean, what's needed out there: electricians, plumbers,
Mm-hmm.
HVAC guys, and stuff. And I know, like I said, we all know those guys and stuff that
Yeah.
that are making bank
Yeah.
out there based on a trade school. And so, and
Exactly.
I'm not trying to put down college and all that.
No. This isn't
there
about
is
putting down
there's
college.
definitely a need for it. But I will tell you, in the real world, like someone that's interviewed a lot of people, it's what am I supposed to do with you if you have a degree that's really nothing?
Right.
That you can't bring a skill set to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong. Like if you're going to do that and you're going to be in academia or you're doing it as look, philosophy I think is probably a great degree if you're going to be a politician.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? And probably go to law school after that and then
Yeah.
become a politician if that's really your objective. But if you go and get a 4-year degree in philosophy, I'm like, I can't necessarily put the vocabulary around it, but I can probably learn all I need to know about college philosophy by sitting at a bar.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Go to a bar twice a week, the
Yeah.
same bar, get to know the people there,
Yep.
learn about their lives, and people get a little liquored up and they start contemplating the meaning of life. Yeah, philosophy. There
Yep.
you go. Yeah. I spent, $5,000 over 4 years on bar tabs.
Yep. Yeah, instead of 50 grand a quarter or a semester.
Exactly.
I mean, getting a degree in proctology stinks, though.
Oh,
Sure, what a
man,
crook.
that reminds me. I got my freaking colonoscopy come up. I was supposed to have it and had to postpone it because I got sick.
I need to schedule that.
Yeah. Take care of yourself out there.
Old people.
Yes, old people things.
Hey, Lisa, hand that over to me real quick.
Oh, yes,
Ooh,
this
yes,
is awesome.
Pretty. I didn't even.
Okay,
I
this
had
is
So
exciting.
you just leave it
right
in the
here.
screen there. That's fine.
No
right there.
idea.
Yes.
That came from a tobacco plant.
Yes.
That's what that is.
So Lisa's been, for the last couple of years, she's grown tobacco out here. And we haven't really done much with it yet, but we're going to try to this year. So if you're watching the video in the middle of the table right now, there's the flowers from the top of a tobacco plant. Each one of the pods, which there's in that jar right there is probably 50 pods, maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe a little bit less than that. Each one of those pods have like several hundred little seeds. So, like Aladino, when we were down there, we went through it, and it was a Cameroon field, and they had five or six plants that were flowering. That was enough seeds for them to plant all their fields, and they have a massive amount of fields
Crazy.
for the next year. So you don't have to grow a lot of it. So there's tons of little bitty seeds in there, and they'll end up growing a few of them, and they'll pull the plants out, and they'll put individual plants off of an individual seed that's like the size of sand, and they'll start growing from that. So she had these out here just kind of showing people this is kind of where it starts.
Is the seeds are the dark things I'm seeing in there, or is that
The little pods below the flowers.
okay? Well,
Yeah.
okay.
They're not opened up yet. So I haven't opened it yet purposely because literally it'll just be like
Dust.
Glitter.
a bunch of
Yeah.
little dust pieces almost out there. Yeah.
So if you're interested in planting some tobacco at your house, stop in by
Stop by.
Final Third.
We'll give you a pod and you can take them home.
All right, so you guys finished your cigars. I am like finishing this right now. I will say
You went on the second one already.
I went on the second one. Yeah.
I'm going
yeah.
to say with this that it's getting just a touch harsh in flavor. As
Okay.
it gets down to the very, very end.
Okay.
I probably should have dropped it, about a quarter inch earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Which you are all the way
definitely
down to the nub now.
I am, and,
Yeah.
and the tobacco strength ramped
Yeah. Yeah.
big time. In fact, I'm going to drop it because I don't need to feel bad.
Yeah. We got time. We got a few more
exactly.
minutes so we can finish
Yeah,
this cigar.
yeah. So,
So we're in
but
the Cameroon now.
I didn't find too many massive transitions, but I will say it changed a lot depending on the bourbon,
Yeah.
which was great.
Yeah.
I love that. If it's not going to transition, if it's going to be fairly single note, then I want to find something else about it. And
Right.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
It definitely altered in flavor depending on what I was drinking.
Well, and just real quick, if I didn't say it before, if you want to see some tobacco plants growing, come in here. If you see all of Lisa's flowers she has out there by the road, it's behind the box right there. You'll see three or four big plants out there, and they're all tobacco plants. You can kind of see how they grow. These are not growing huge because they're in very, very not the best soil, very
Right.
thin,
Rocky.
yeah, rocky soil.
Yeah.
But again, these
If you
plants will
plant
get
it
up
at your
7,
house,
8 feet tall.
It'll be
Very
it'll be
tall, yeah.
big.
Yeah. Well, the one Tam's growing at her house has actually gotten really big already. So
So tell us about this cigar.
this is the limited edition Cameroon from Perdomo, and it's African Cameroon over Nicaraguan binder and fillers, and it's a little Corona.
The cold draw, not nearly like as flavorful as what we just had.
You get
Kind
that
of
little
a-
bit of sweet earthiness. And that's
Just
about
a
it.
little bit of
Yes.
sweeter. That's
Yep.
yeah, not much more.
Yeah,
It tastes sweeter.
it does. Yeah.
When you're smoking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So really sweet cold draw on the other one, not necessarily sweet when you're smoking it.
Yeah.
Although it was with the Magnus really
Magnus
kicked
was,
up
yeah.
the fig in the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
This one, not much on the cold draw, but you're saying it's got a lot of sweet on the on the
I'm
first
compared
puff.
to what I smoked. To me, it's a little sweeter. It's
It,
sweeter.
and it's making the whiskey.
Sweetier?
It's sweeter.
It's pulling all the
Yes,
port in the
kids,
whiskey right now.
Okay, and the Penelope is a total freaking caramel bomb. I know. We've
Oh
talked
yeah,
about
that
it
one is.
before.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still on the Starlight.
Yes. Did I use the word sweetier?
You did.
All right.
First time that descriptor's been used on the podcast.
Thanks, Mr. Allen.
I know.
You're gonna be real good at teaching and stuff.
Like, there's
But you're doing math, not language, so that's good.
and as a descendant of Southeast Asia, I suck at math. So I mean,
You're the one.
I'm the one.
You're the
And So
one.
math was something. Now I
You have
was
Mike Bother math skills.
I was a
Yeah.
third
Is
grade.
your geography better?
Yes. I was a third grade flashcard champion for multiplication, and my life went downhill after that. So
Wow. So
There
you
you go.
peaked in
Top.
third
I
grade.
peaked in
Peaked early.
third
Peaked
grade,
early. 8
yes.
years old, you were like, I hit
Nice.
the top. That's
Hey.
it. I'm done.
I am great at math. I don't have to ever study again.
Wow. Okay, I see what you're saying about the sweet notes
the
coming
initial,
through.
and maybe I'm comparing it to what we just smoked. But
Well,
like the
I mean, like I
initial-
said, that tail end on that one, it got real like peppery and slightly kind of harsh notes.
And I would say the 10th anniversary was more on the high end of the medium, where this is going to be in the low end of the medium.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Lots of times with the lower end, you tend to get more creamy smoke. I don't
Yeah.
think that's this at all. It's,
No,
it's
no.
definitely not. But it's very nice and earthy with some sweet hints to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a like I haven't hardly taken much of a puff, but it looks like it's a quick burn.
Yeah. It's slowing down a little bit right now.
This
I'm
seems
just
like it would be
getting
a
to
good last one of the night when you
Right.
want just a
One more.
little bit
Yes.
more.
Yeah.
Like, man, I don't want to be out here for another hour.
Now the one thing that, and again,
I'll do
I
one
wasn't
more.
expecting it out of this cigar, but I would like a little bit more spice in the nose on the retrohale. It really didn't have much.
Right. Yeah, it's not.
pretty mild.
Yes. Yes, it is. A little bit mild, but that's all right. It's,
Yeah.
it's good. I like it. Rob, what do we got coming up here at the lounge? Last night you had
yes.
live music. How'd that go?
Yeah, oh, it was great. We had Mace out here. He's the guy that plays saxophone. He played out here. Great night. We had a really fun time with him.
Good crowd.
He's really
Good crowd. Yeah, good crowd in here. Kind of in and out people, but it was we had him in here. It was too hot to be outside, so
Yeah, good
he was
call.
in here and did a great job like he always does. And then August 16th we have the Hebcats
Yep,
coming.
Naptown.
Naptown Hebcats.
I've never seen them, so I'm looking forward
Oh,
to that.
they're so much fun.
I
to
know you
listen
guys
to
been
them.
talking about
Yeah,
them,
they're great.
so I'm looking forward to
I
that.
would like to see a lot of people show up for that. I think it'd be great for their band. They're an up and coming band. They're in the process of releasing their first album. Great guys.
Chance
You'll have a
it'll
blast.
be a little bit cooler.
Yeah,
August
hopefully it'll be a little
16th.
cooler. Yeah,
It's supposed to be in the high 70s next weekend.
next weekend is supposed to be.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll have that for a little while. And if it is nice, we'll have them definitely outside. Which they're a bigger band. We're probably going to have them outside. So hopefully, let's work on some cooler weather for that. So
I'm glad it's going to be cooler next weekend.
me too.
Thank God.
Big event coming up here in Pendleton, Adventure Camp.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that's it's a church camp, but it's associated with the local church here in town. But kids from all around the area attend. 250, 300 kids. They camp out at my parents' place, which is between my parents and my grandmother, and my uncle, and my other uncle.
Oh, they're at
You know.
your.
Oh, they
Your
actually
nice big
yeah,
property.
Oh, wow.
Not mine, my parents.
But you
out
still,
there.
yes.
Yeah, and so nothing but the best for them. Hopefully, all good weather, and lots of staff out there. They have to serve 1,500 meals a day that they do prepare like they are home cooked meals.
Yeah.
I mean they're out there right now actually doing prep, so they're making pico de gallo and ranch dressing and just a whole bunch of stuff that they do for prep work out there. And
Speaking of Pendleton, I was driving through. There is a new restaurant downtown. It's called Michael's Bistro. That looks
I
like
saw
that's
that.
getting ready to open up. It was. What was that?
Where's it going to be?
it was
That
at where
place-
Madison's and
where
then
Madison's
Oh,
and
Madison's,
Addicta
okay.
and
Yeah.
Addicta 39 or
yeah,
something like
Addicta,
that.
yeah.
Well, I can't say yet because he told me not to, but I do know somebody that. Gosh, I don't know if I should
Moving
say
into
it.
the old bank location.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
who bought it, and
Yeah.
there's some fun things we're going to do together.
Good.
So,
Good.
so we're excited about
Is this
that.
our friend that owns a couple restaurants in the area?
He does, but I don't know if you know him. It's not.
So it's not
Not
Derek.
Derek.
Oh, okay.
No,
Gotcha.
no, not Derek.
Somebody else.
No, this is actually going to be more hometown. It's going to be
So
Okay,
I can't
we'll
talk
find
about
out.
as soon
we'll
as
find
we,
out once he says
once
it's
he gets
okay.
going and once everything finalizes, we'll talk to him. Maybe we'll have him on the show. We'll maybe go out there and hang out when he gets opened up.
I do want to prop up our friend Antonio over at Hacienda.
Yeah.
Yes.
He keeps getting more whiskey. I know he's got Weller Full Proof and Weller 12 for those that are Weller fans,
Yep.
and that'll be very reasonably priced.
Yeah. You honestly, if you love Weller, that's the place to go for it. It's
Yeah.
not going to be cheaper anywhere else,
No, it won't be. It won't be. So,
and you'll get some good food.
yeah, great Mexican food out there too.
I mean, that's another guy. That's someone I would love to bring in too, as far as someone that's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know, and
Oh,
coming
Antonio
in
would be
and
great,
taking
yeah.
a business and talking about all the aspects of a business. that
I've
you have
never talked to
bring.
him about his story.
Yes.
I know he owns at least 2 Mexican restaurants now in town, so I don't know when he came to the country. He's got his citizenship, and he's got 2 very well run and well-doing, businesses.
Yeah.
So it's just a great story. You're exactly right that he would be a good guy to have.
Well,
come
it's
out.
it's like it's funny because I think every small town, at least all the small towns in Indiana, have a Mexican restaurant,
Yes.
and people fall in love with their restaurant because it's the relationships over the food. Mm-hmm. Americanized Mexican food is Americanized Mexican food. A lot of his stuff is more authentic.
So that's I will call out.
But
a
it's
little bit.
halfway
That's
between.
That is slightly a misnomer. Now,
Oh,
if you're
really?
talking Taco Bell, then yeah, that's
No,
Americanized
no.
Mexican.
I'm talking about the Mexican restaurants.
So what you find out is Mexico, no surprise, like the United States, has different regions. So
Yeah.
so Antonio's from Guanajuato,
Right.
right in the center, right in the mountains, and he's serving Guanajuato Central
Yeah.
Mexican style food.
Yep.
What we typically refer to as Americanized Mexican is actually Tex-Mex,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Which a
and
lot of
even
the
if
Mexican
you're-
restaurants in Indiana do that.
Right, and if
They'll
you're
go to
south,
that. Yeah.
even if you're south of the border, if you're within the first 60 to 90 miles, it's Tex-Mex.
Yes.
Even in the Mexican side of the border, it's Tex-Mex, right? It's spicy, the fajitas,
Yeah.
cheese is still a thing there.
Yeah.
Because like you get like the cojita cheese and stuff like that's definitely down further south.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
queso, like traditional queso, that's a Tex-Mex thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you're in Texas, if you're there along the Arizona or New Mexico border, you're going to get Tex-Mex.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be spicy, lots of chili peppers. It's actually a regional thing.
Yeah.
And I know like down on Pendleton Pike, which we're technically on right
Yeah.
here with the lounge, there's a place that's been there for a couple years now. It's a coastal Mexican restaurant,
Okay.
all seafood.
Is that the one by Whiskey
Whiskey business.
Whiskey
It's-
Business? Is that the one?
No,
right
no,
there?
no, no,
No.
It's further down.
Okay.
It's past Post Road.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's a freestanding
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
building.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's like Maricosa's or something like that. I
Okay.
forget what it's called, but yeah. So you find out that there's regional Mexican food. So, I mean, Taco Bell is definitely Americanized.
Oh, 100%.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Americanized Mexican.
Yeah.
But what we think of as that is actually Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
and it's served on both sides of the border.
But I
So
think
it's-
every
yeah.
when every town has that, it's like I think people fall in love with their hometown ones. What I find with Hacienda is, everyone around here, that's our Mexican restaurant.
is. It
I mean,
really is.
we have tequila sunrise, and it's good. It's
Yep.
great.
Yep.
It's a different style, a
Yes.
little bit different style, but I think what you find is people support their local because they get to know the family, and
Yes, they do.
because most Mexican restaurants, it's a family. Yes, they have other employees, but it's a family, and you get to know them, and you realize, oh man, this is our people, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And he's become such a great friend of us, and I mean,
Yeah.
so
Look,
awesome.
I'm a big fan of Mexican culture. I just think the people they're very family oriented.
Yes.
They still have a lot of that kind of Latin influence, but there is definitely a difference when you get down to Central America versus North America.
Yeah.
And,
Oh
and
yeah.
Mexico is definitely part of North America.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. The history of Mexico is really interesting and in a lot of ways, mirrors the history of our country.
Yeah.
We were kind of the first ones, right, in terms of independence and setting the stage there. But yeah, I really enjoy that part of the world and the people from there. And you're exactly right. They come up here, they open businesses, they work hard. They're
Very hard.
Americans. They're Americans, man.
Yes.
They're killing it. So love
Yes.
to see it. Love to see it.
I need more whiskey.
That sounds. Mexican sounds good right now. I mean, it really does.
We just had that yesterday. Had tacos.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. Probably go home and do nothing. It's been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been real busy.
Well, we got Fever coming on in 3 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll be switching over to that. Hopefully, nobody seems to know, but there's lots of speculation that Caitlin Clark might be done for the year.
Groin injuries, like it's one of those injuries that can linger for a whole season, and it does
Yeah.
limit you. And I think that's
Yeah.
where, unfortunately for the WNBA and stuff, a lot of people tune in to see Caitlin Clark
Yeah.
and stuff, and now she's not going to be
But I
playing.
think you had
and
that
so-
last year. I think you're seeing just a general growth in the WNBA
You
TV
are.
market.
You're finally seeing
I watch
fans.
it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look, if it's on at B-Dubs or something, I'm watching.
Yeah.
I'm even if it's not the Fever, I'm paying attention. It's,
Well, I mean,
it's
people
good
are
basketball.
hunting, Paige just like they were hunting Caitlin last year.
Yep.
And they're developing fans. I mean, now if you go to a Fever game, even when Caitlin's not playing, people are now becoming Boston fans and Sophie fans and Lexi fans and Kelsey Mitchell. I mean, she's crushing it right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, so people are realizing, oh yeah, I got into the game because of Caitlin Clark, but there's some amazing players in this league.
There
I want
is.
to be a
It's-
fan of her.
It's
So
good
kinda cool.
basketball. Yep. So we're getting ready to ramp up.
Yep.
It's always this July. July is always like the sports kind of downtime.
Yes.
Yeah, you're kind of wishing that there was a little bit more sports on, and
Even like the golf tournament that's on right now.
The
Like 'cause
3M,
all the
yeah.
majors are done. Which
Yeah.
is it's weird. It seems like it's front loaded. Like all the big boys aren't playing this week.
yeah,
And so,
yeah. Well, they were all coming back from Northern Ireland, so yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think we've
We'll close
got
down
pretty
this.
much everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All
Well, thank
right.
you guys for listening again this week. We'll have a little bit bigger crew next week. I think we got
The whole.
almost everybody here next week.
Yeah. I think
Thank
so.
you
I
for
know.
letting me join.
Yeah, thank
Absolutely.
you.
Today and stuff,
I
so
think
it's always-
I think
it's always
Dwayne
nice.
may be joining us next week too from Oliva. Because
Excellent.
I think next week, if you guys want to smoke along with us, we're going to be smoking the Melanio from Oliva. So if you
Are we
want to
gonna do
smoke
the
along with us, I don't know. We'll let him pick
Okay.
which one.
All
Because
right.
I mean, the regular Melanio is like the one that wins all the awards.
Right.
The Maduro's just maybe more for our palate. So yeah,
Yep.
maybe we'll go more Maduro next week.
What's Lisa's favorite? I know that.
The regular Melanio. That's her favorite. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I think
she
that's
loves
going to
that
be.
cigar.
We'll figure out what whiskey's going with, but I think that's going to be a pairing of the month, right?
Yes, it's going to be our pairing of the month, so we'll figure out what we're going to do in that. Hopefully, we'll get a couple of the new bottles. I'm hoping we get those. We'll
Yep.
see what we get.
All right.
All right,
So
guys.
make sure and join us next week. We'll be covering all those things. In the meantime, you can find me at Scotty D Smokes. Alan, can they find you on socials?
No.
Okay,
So you can
fair
find me at
enough.
school, here, or local bar.
Yeah,
Sorry,
come
next
in, and,
week,
come in and
yes.
say hi to Alan.
Yeah, you can follow me anywhere on Final Third and follow the Final Third podcast on all the podcast platforms and YouTube. We will see you guys next week.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, guys.